And we are live again. I chose to start the live stream 5 minutes earlier. I could do it at 5 minutes after the live stream is over, though. You know what I mean? Time is of the essence these days. And, it's good to be back. This is match week 28. I actually screwed up the last time the Premier League matches were played when I said it was like the midweek fixtures, and I just messed up a bit. But yeah, I probably screwed everything up in terms of the fixtures though, for because we have all these fixtures like in the middle of the week, and I think I kind of messed them up. Yeah, I definitely did. I definitely did. So I have to do a switcheroo of my thumbnails there, where I put the midweek fixtures where 27 supposed to be at. Ah, boy, it is what it is. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dominic Rich. And we have 10 games to talk about. But before we get into these matches, let us talk about the Champions League. We're going to talk about the Europa League real quick. And we have to touch on the game between Manchester City and Southampton. So there's a lot to do. There is a lot to do right about now. So big up to everybody in here. We got Melanie in here. Melanie, hi. Hi, Melanie. Don't you have schoolwork to do, Mel? Okay? Remember what happened the last time you were here? So you know what to do. I'll talk to you later. So big up to the boy Adam. How are you doing, Adam? Love the new display pic, bro. Love it. Bayern fan, Elissa, Adam Quinn, Zakir, B2K. Hello to everybody in here, man. Let's get the thing going, guys. Let me know if the audio sounds crispy before I get deeper into this video. I don't want a thing to happen like what happened in the Man United versus City review. I don't want that to happen again. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, let us start with the Champions League results first. Just talk about them really quick and keep it moving. So, in terms of the top scorers in the Champions League so far this season, we have Erling Haaland with 10 goals, which is amazing. He's top. Kylian Mbappe has 6. Alvaro Morata has 6. He could have got a few more, but we know how wasteful he was against Porto. Neymar has 6. And Yusuf Enezairi, one of the, most talented young strikers around, who is only 23 years old, he has 6, but he won't be able to add to that because Sevilla got knocked out. So in terms of the results for the first legs that are completed, we had Leipzig losing to Liverpool 2-0. Barcelona losing to PSG 4-1. Porto defeating Juventus 2-1. Sevilla losing to Dortmund 2-3. Lazio losing to Bayern Munich 1-4. Atletico Madrid losing to Chelsea 0-1. Borussia Mönchengladbach losing to City 0-2. And Atalanta losing to Real Madrid 0-1. So in the entirety of the first leg, it was only Porto to win their games at home. Porto were the only home team in the first leg to win their games. So it definitely helped them because they are through on the away goal rule against Juventus. That brings us to the second leg, the completed fixtures, where the aforementioned Porto lost to Juventus 3-2 on the day, but won the tie 4-4 on aggregate on the away goal rule. So congratulations to Porto. That was a hell of a game. I made an entire live stream talking about that. So if you missed it, definitely feel free to go and check that out. That one went 120 minutes. So in this game, we had Sergio Oliveira scoring his fourth goal of the season in the Champions League. Mehdi Taremi was brought down, 19th minute, Porto 1-0 up. But Federico Chiesa in the second half had a brilliant game. And he scored a right-footed shot set up by Cristiano Ronaldo. Nice layoff there. And it was 1-1. Juve back in the tie. Chiesa put Juventus back ahead after a brilliant Juan Cuadrado cross was headed in by the young Italian to make it 2-1. So Juventus in the driver's seat, took it to extra time. But during extra time, Sergio Oliveira struck with a brilliant free kick, his 5th goal of the tournament. And that goal proved to be the dagger in Juventus's heart, send them out of the Champions League, send Porto into the last 8, because then Porto had 2 away goals while Juventus had 1. And at that time and point, Juventus, who then replied through Adrian Rabiot via header set up by Bernardeschi, the 2 substitutes linking up, they needed an extra goal. They needed an extra one to actually win the tie. So it was a mountain to climb. Definitely a mountain to climb. Big up to the boy Nippon in the house. Thriller from Manila. How are you doing? Appreciate everybody coming through for another live stream. Big up to everybody here. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up button for the live stream one time. Appreciate that. So that was it for the Juventus Porto game. Juventus knocked out once again in the round of 16. It's been happening quite a lot these past few seasons. And Cristiano Ronaldo being, 3 seasons? 3 seasons at Juventus, didn't win the Champions League. What a waste. And Juventus might not actually win the Serie A this season either. So guys, look for Juventus to move on from Cristiano Ronaldo. Dortmund, Sevilla. That game ended 2-2 with Dortmund winning the tie 5-4 on aggregate. That one was a thriller. It was a thriller as well, because in this game, Erling Haaland, oh man, the young phenom, he took Dortmund up 1-0, give them the advantage in the tie as well, set up by Marco Reus, brilliant cutback, and that was Haaland's 9th goal of the season, and his 19th in the Champions League since he actually debuted last season with Salzburg. And in the 54th minute, Haaland put them ahead via a penalty in a controversial moment where a goal was being checked, and then a different incident was checked, and then the penalty was given, and the goal was given, and then Bono saved the penalty, but it had to be retaken because he had stepped off the line. He barked up in Haaland's face. Haaland, went, retake the penalty, scored, barked up in his face. Then Haaland received a yellow card later for his, antics during the celebration. Got into a little fight with another Sevilla player and everything. And it was a very exciting game in the second half. Both these games are very, very, very good. A lot of yellow cards dished out there. We had a total of, I think, 9 yellow cards, 6 for Sevilla, who were very, very physical, and they were very, very aggressive in the second half. But they were sloppy on the day. They were sloppy. They did manage to fight back in the game via a brace by Yusuf Enezairi from the penalty spot in the 69th minute, and then again in the 96th minute with a header set up by Ivan Rakitic, the man who previously won the Europa League with Sevilla, formerly of Barcelona as well. I think he did win the Champions League with Barcelona too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he got 1 Champions League with Barcelona. So that was that. Dortmund through to the last 8. So congratulations to Borussia Dortmund as well. So let's see who they draw. Would it be Porto versus Dortmund in the last 8? That would be a good one. And that will guarantee one of those teams a semifinal spot. I'm excited about the draw. Really excited about the draw. It's next Friday, and I can't wait to see who gets who. But we still have 4 more ties to complete. But Liverpool completed their rout of RB Leipzig, winning 4-0 on aggregate after the first leg ended in 2-0 win on the road for Liverpool. This game was also played in Budapest, Hungary. So it was a road game for both teams, basically, neutral ground. And Liverpool took advantage of not playing at Anfield. What would have happened if they actually played this game at Anfield? You never know, man. You never know. You never know. You never know. But they got over the Leipzig hurdle, and they move on to the quarters. 2-0, courtesy of goals by Mo Salah in the 70th minute, set up by Diogo Jota, who was one of the bright spots in the match, and Sadio Mane in the 74th, set up by Divock Origi, who came off the bench. I have to say Liverpool were quite wasteful in this game. They have to be more clinical. in the quarterfinal if they are to go on to the semis and eventually win it, because the Liverpool fans are hyped up right now. The fact that the Premier League is gone, they're taking this moment and they're taking every single chance to talk about how many Champions Leagues they won and how they're a team that are capable of actually winning it this season. But I got to say, good luck. Good luck. You won't want to meet City in the last 8. Let me tell you that. I'm going to just put that out there right now. Listen, I'm going to just put that out there right now, okay? I'm going to talk it up right now. You don't want to meet City in the last 8. You don't. You really don't. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on from that. So congratulations to Liverpool. Hard luck to RB Leipzig, who were semi-finalists last season. PSG won, Barcelona won. In this game, we had goals by Kylian Mbappe in the 30th minute. That was his 6th goal of the season. And it was a penalty. I heard it was a dodgy penalty. I didn't actually see when this happened. But Messi scored a brilliant goal. I did see that goal. Replay of that goal set up by Pedri, who has been one of the breakout stars of the season. You know, he came in at 17 from a smaller club, and you know, I think he should be 18 right about now, and he has been amazing. He has been a revelation this season. But Messi's penalty that was saved by Keylor Navas could have been the turning point in this tie, where if Barcelona had went into the second half, with a 2-1 advantage, who knows what could have happened. But the game ended 1-1. So good job by PSG for, you know, keeping things steady and not capitulating in the second leg like they did back in 2017. And they would move on. They were last season's finalists. They did lose 1-0 in the final to Bayern Munich. And they would want to actually one-up themselves this season. They would actually do that. They would definitely want to one-up themselves next season under their new boss, Maurizio Pochettino. So, yeah. So, that would do it for the Champions League roundup. We have games coming up next week where Real Madrid, with a 1-0 advantage over Atalanta, will host them. Man City with a 2-0 advantage over Borussia Mönchengladbach will play the second leg in Hungary as well. And Bayern Munich with a 4-1 lead over Lazio will host the Romans. And we have Chelsea with a 1-0 lead over Atletico Madrid. That game, it's that game at Stamford Bridge though. It says Stamford Bridge here, but I don't even know. I really don't. Chelsea, the first leg was played in Romania. Chelsea versus Atletico. If anybody knows any information on that, let me know. Let me see. Chelsea versus Atletico. Stamford Bridge. It's saying Stamford Bridge here, so seems like it's going to be Stamford Bridge. So let's see. Let us see. Big up to the boy Dane Richards. Congratulations on your win last week in the derby. You know, you guys did deserve it. Let me let you know that. Big up to the boy Torilla from Manila, who says that Monaco looked offside, but it didn't matter. Nah, it was on. It was on. They actually checked it. NFL Edit says Mahrez have been really good lately. Yeah, man. Mahrez have been really, really good lately. And I mean like damn good. Really, really damn good lately. So we're going to keep things moving, guys, because we have a lot to go through today. You know, big up to everybody in here. Not a big crowd, but it's a good crowd. Remember that. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button as well. And guys, don't forget, if you haven't had a chance to do so yet, make sure you head on over to cardsplug.com/dominicrichfc to get yourself one of these lovely football cards. You have over 100 designs to choose from. It makes for a great gift for yourself, a loved one, or even a friend. All the links will be in the description, as I said. Use the coupon code dominicrichfc to get yourself 15% off. 15. Not 5, not 10, but 15. So let's talk about the Europa League, man. The Europa League round of 16 first leg fixtures have been completed. And I was actually following the Europa League matches yesterday. Obviously, I can't watch all of them. I watched the Tottenham Dinamo Zagreb game where Dinamo Zagreb actually they played fairly well, and it's just some costly mistakes that give Tottenham that win. I'm not saying that Tottenham didn't deserve to win the game. They were the more commanding team, but I think Dinamo Zagreb handled themselves very well. And the second leg played at the Maximir will be a very, very interesting affair. But I am predicting Tottenham to go on and win this title. So look, Slavia Prague 1, Rangers 1. In this game, we had goals by Nicolas Stanchu in the 7th minute, and we had a Philip Helander goal in the 36th minute, and the game ended 1-1. So Steven Gerrard and Rangers still unbeaten in the Europa League. They have only lost once this season in one of those Scottish Cups. So big up to the boy Steven G for, being prolific this season. So this one is fairly poised, and with Rangers playing the second leg at home, they would feel like they could handle business. But Slavia Prague are very, very, very tricky team, man. This team is tough. They knocked out Leicester City, so you know what's going on here. Dynamo Kiev 0, Villarreal 2. Remember, guys, Unai Emery is in charge of Villarreal, and we know that Unai Emery is the Europa League king. So Pau Torres, he scored in the 38th minute, and Raul Albiol, the veteran, scored in the 52nd minute to give the Spanish team a 2-0 advantage going into the second leg over the Ukrainian outfit. So for the next game, we had Ajax 3, Young Boys of Bern 0. So I did predict Ajax to do the business. I did predict Villarreal to do the business. And I predict Rangers to do the business. So let's see how they fare in the second legs. But look, this Ajax team is impressive, man. This Ajax team is actually proving me wrong, because with the absence of Onana and Quincy Promes leaving to go back to Spartak Moscow, I thought they would have been struggling. Haller, I think he didn't get registered for the round of 32, and I think he's not even in the squad. I think he wasn't. I don't know if he's injured or if you didn't register him for the round 32. If you can't register him for the round of 16, but he wasn't in the squad. I don't see Sebastian Haller name on the damn team sheet here. But well done by Ajax, man. Davy Klaassen, former Everton man, scoring in the 62nd minute. But you got to give it to young boys. They held their own up to, 60 minutes. Dusan Tadic, who set up the first goal, scored in the 82nd. And Brian Brobe scored in the 92nd minute, set up by Ryan Gravenberch. So, quick news on Brian Brobe. He will actually be joining RB Leipzig this summer on a free transfer because his contract expires at the end of the season. Very talented young striker, and let's see how it works out for him. So that's some news for you. I gotta put together a little transfer package, maybe in like a short video. I got some really good ideas for YouTube shorts in the pipeline, and you will get more content. It's just gonna be about more and more and more and more content in 2021, and not just to put out the content. I want to put out stuff that you guys will enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Informative content, entertaining content. And I just don't want to just put out videos. I want everything to have a purpose. So that's what it is. So Thriller is saying, I can see United spent the money. I can see why United spent the money for Diallo. Gonna be a star of the future. Yeah, he is supposed to be the man playing over at right wing. That's why they brought him in. But, got to condition himself and transition and everything. And I did not watch the game. I didn't see the goal, but I heard it was something good. I heard it was something special. So, well done by Ajax, who has Martin Stekelenburg in goal, who was the goalkeeper at the 2010 World Cup final for the Netherlands. Who knew that? And you want to hear something fun? He's 38 years old. His market value is 550,000 euros. But he's playing like about a 20 million euro man, the way Ajax are winning games. Man United 1, AC Milan 1. I am predicting Man United to win the tie, but I don't know. It seems like they missed the opportunity to, take home the advantage. Well, stake their claims on the tie after giving up an away goal to AC Milan. So let's see what happens. Let's see if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to blow this one when it actually matters. The top 4 ain't guaranteed, It's not. It ain't guaranteed. So in this game, we had goals from Amad Diallo in the 50th minute, set up by Bruno Fernandes. And Simon Kjaer, the Dane, he scored in the 92nd minute, set up by Rade Krunic from a corner. It was a header. They didn't defend the corner properly. And big defender Simon Kjaer put it in the back of the net. But we got to talk about that Harry Maguire miss, though. You see? You see what I'm saying? I saw that miss. That was one of the highlights of the game, and they should have scored. So, big up to my boy, Federico Davis in the house. That's my boy, man. That's my boy who I bet the bottle of Hetty. All right, Davis. Keep it on a low, okay? Don't be sharing out my stuff amongst your peers and be like, look at the boy Dom doing his thing. So, big up to the boy Davis. Thanks for the support. I will get you that Henny. Thank you very much for the reminder. Let me write that down one time, man. Henny for Davis. Let me write that down because I actually forgot. I forgot again. Of course I'm gonna forget because it's not. I'm the one who's spending the money, so of course I'm gonna forget. But yeah, Man United frauds again. Of course. Come on, are you surprised? Are you surprised? They frauds again in the freaking when it actually matters. Tottenham 2, Dinamo Zagreb 0. Both goals were scored by Harry Kane in the 25th and 70th minute. The first one was a rebound from the upright after Lamela. Brilliant maneuver by Eric Lamela and Harry Kane to put in the rebound at the right place at the right time. And the second goal was very good, very brilliant after a mistake by Theophile Catherine, former Cardiff City man who does have Caribbean background. I think he's has from Martinique or something. And Harry Kane, man, this guy is too damn clinical, man. This guy is so clinical, it should be illegal. I'm telling you. Listen, Harry Kane. It should be illegal, man. This guy is this guy's right foot should be illegal. He's too clinical these days, man. I'm telling you, man. But if only Tottenham weren't frauds too, you know what I'm saying? They would have been challenging for the title, but they are definitely frauds. So we had Adam the Great saying, Dinamo played well for the first 20 minutes. After that, we played pretty bad. We were lucky we didn't get smashed by Spurs. If we had Vardiel, maybe it would have been different. He is injured, by the way. Yeah, talented player. I think he was signed by RB Leipzig and sent back out on loan. We have Triller from Manila saying, blame it on the juice. Got me feeling loose. Blame it on the vodka. Blame it on the Henny. Yeah, man. Yeah. This is the second Henny I'm buying for my boy Davis, too. So, yeah, man. I did win a Henny from him, too. From the season we won. When we won by 1 point as well. So, yeah. So, Dane Richards is saying, Dom, fun fact, this is Harry Kane's 8th season and his longest goal drought is 3 games. Amazing. That's how clinical he have been. So, congrats to Tottenham. I could go deeper here, but I don't want to. Olympiacos 1, Arsenal 3 on the road. 3 road goals. Road men doing the business. So, Arsenal... seems like they are about to get their revenge, but it's only half we're done. Don't get too complacent, Arsenal, because Olympiacos are going to come out where the last time the Olympiacos boss vowed to beat Arsenal, and he could do it again. It will be a big meltdown, man. It will be a huge meltdown by Arsenal. But in this game, Martin Odegaard scored his first goal for Arsenal. I think that is Thomas Partey with the assist. Yusuf El Arabi, a long-distance shot, scored in the 58th minute to equalize. Gabriel scored a header And that was a cross by Willian. The boy Willian doing the business these days. That was in the 79th minute, 2-1. And Mohamed El Neni, a long distance kick. Woo, this must have been a worldie. I have to go and watch the highlights this afternoon though. When I'm done the stream, I have to put together a YouTube shorts for the prediction like I've been doing, and something I'm going to be doing for the rest of the season. And that's not going to take a lot of time because I've already done the back end work in terms of the little graphics I put in the video and everything. So that shouldn't take too long. And and then I'll check out some of these Europa League highlights though. It's nice to see the boy Mateo Valbuena still playing and still doing his thing over there at Olympiacos. Bruma was a very talented player a few seasons ago. Ended up at Leipzig, then PSG, and it never really worked out. I don't know what's going on with Bruma. Maybe he has some attitude problem. But well played to Arsenal. You just have to take it easy and make sure you see out this tie. Roma 3, Shakhtar. Why did I say Shakhtar? I mean Brazil 0, because they played 9 Brazilians on the day. 9. And I kid you not, 9 Brazilian-born players. 9. Well, 2 other guys in the team actually plays for Ukraine, with Junior Moraes and Marlos playing for Ukraine national team because they were born in Brazil. But still, there were 9 Brazilian-born players on the team for Shakhtar. Trubin and Matvienko were the only Ukrainians in the 11. And off the bench came Marcos Antonio, Mano Salomon, who is Israeli, Yevhen Konoplyanka. Remember, guys, who remembers Konoplyanka, man? I remember when Konoplyanka came on the scene. And he won the Europa League with that team that is now defunct. What's that team called again, man? And after he won the Dnipro, he won the Europa League with Dnipro, and Sevilla bought him because I think they beat Sevilla in the fight, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember everything. But he was a live wire, man. Yevhen Konoplyanka. Oh, man, what a player. But I guess he's up there in age right now, and he's not the player he used to be. You know, so he does still play well for Ukraine. But we had 9 Brazilians starting and 2 of them coming off the bench. Dentinho and Marcos Antonio. This is ridiculous. Marcos Antonio is only 20 years old too. So they will cash in on some of these Brazilians in the future like they've done with the likes of Fernandinho, Willian, Fred, Bernard, Luis Adriano, Alex Teixeira, and the list goes on and on. And on and on. It's long. It's a long list. I'm probably leaving out some big players too. But yeah. But still, props to the boy Dominic Rich for the little knowledge in Shakhtar there. But I did predict Roma to do the business. Lorenzo Pellegrini scoring in the 23rd minute. Set up by Pedro. Guys, yesterday when I actually looked at this sheet, I was like, Pedro? I totally forgot about Pedro. I totally forgot Pedro existed. Pedro, Spanish international, formerly of Barcelona and Chelsea. I totally forgot he existed. My God. Who remembers Pedro in the day at Barcelona, man? Oh, man. Live wire. Stefan El Shaarawy. Who remembers when Stefan El Shaarawy was on the FIFA cover back in the day as well? He scored in the 73rd minute, went to China, made the money, and, came back to Roma to do his thing. Gianluca Mancini with a header set up by Brian Cristante in the 77th minute to give Roma a 3-0 advantage over mini Brazil in Ukraine. And that was a good performance there. So I'm on point with all the games. Only the Man United and the Rangers prediction I might get wrong, but all the others are looking like I'll get all 10 right. Crazy. I want to do a video reacting to my Europa League predictions as well. That would be cool. So Granada 2, Molde 0. I did predict Granada to beat Molde as well. In this game, we had goals by Jorge Molina and Roberto Soldado, the former Tottenham Hotspur man. Who remembers Soldado? He's currently 35 years old and still doing the business. So big up to Granada. They are in the same group as Watford and Udinese, same owners, Granada. So they're doing the damn business, you know what I mean? Not Grenada, the Spice Island, you know, Granada of Spain, you know what I'm saying? So that'll do it for the Europa League and the Champions League roundup. And that took half hour, so pretty good so far, pretty good doing the thing. Guys, make sure you like the video if you haven't yet done so. And we're going to move right on. So the game I want to touch on before I actually, before I get into this week's prediction is the Man City Southampton game. Man City Southampton. I want to talk about that because I didn't get a chance to touch on that because I was so busy. It played the same day as the Champions League, and yesterday I was busy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to kill myself, and I wasn't in the mood either. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't in the mood to make that video because I would have made that video and nobody would have actually cared about watching that anyway. So I chose not to. I said I'm gonna just put it in the roundup, man. I'm gonna just put it in the roundup. So big up to everybody in the stream as well. Appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy days. It's early for some people, and you know, you're here. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. So, look. So, let's touch on that game really quick. So, Man City 5, Southampton 2. Man City 5, Southampton 2. I'm not going to lie. This game was very, very tense. And, you know, it could have gone anyway after coming off of a loss against Man United, you know what I'm saying? So it's good that the boys bounced back and got back to winning ways. That is now 16 wins in the last 17 Premier League matches. So what could you ask for? What more could you ask for from the team? 16 wins in 17 matches is simply ridiculous. So that's why I wasn't even mad about the Man United loss. I am not mad. And if Man United fans are actually happy about that, that is really sad. Seriously, because if you're way so far behind City and you're getting hyped up over a derby win, I don't know what to say. Because if you were on top of the league, then yeah, you would have been like, okay, we're on top of the league, we're ahead of you, and then we beat you. So it's fine, man. It's fine. People talking about Manchester is red. How could it be red if you're freaking not going to win the title? I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. So as usual, Pep Guardiola switched up his team once again. We had quite a few changes, five to be exact, with Foden coming in, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, Emerick Laporte, and Fernandinho. Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez, Diaz, Edison, Zinchenko, and Gundogan kept their place from the last game that we played and lost to United. So it was a very, very quiet start by City, though. Very, very uncharacteristic start where Southampton, you know, they kind of, you know, had a little stronghold over us at the beginning of the game. And I was like, what is going on here, man? Really and truly, like, what is going on here with City? But we got into a stride and we upped the gear and we got a goal in the 15th minute. Brilliant goal scored by Kevin De Bruyne. This was actually a rebound after brilliant cross by Ruben Diaz to Zinchenko, who took it down well. And he squared for Phil Foden, who took a shot, well saved by McCarthy, who was back in goal for Southampton. And Kevin De Bruyne put in the rebound. It hit the crossbar, went over the line, and Kevin De Bruyne just, you know, finished it off just to make sure it went in. And I was like, okay. Awesome. The nerves have been settled. But 10 minutes later, Southampton got a goal. You see what I'm saying? That was 25th minute. A penalty. Very, very soft penalty, if you ask me. And it was scored by James Ward-Prowse. Emerick Laporte deemed to bring down Yannick Vestergaard. And that was harsh, man. I don't even think Laporte touched the man. I don't even think Laporte pulled the man down. Yannick Vestergaard probably just felt like Laporte did this. Like, hey, you got something on your face there. you got a piece of booger in your nose, man. And he touched him to tell him, and Vestergaard went down. And the referee pointed to the spot. These referees, I swear they don't know what's going on, man. Seriously, man. John Moss, oh, man, another disgrace. Another disgrace. Another disgrace. He should have at least go over to the monitor and take a look at it. But James Ward-Prowse, he scored. That was a good penalty. And that was his 7th goal of the season. We know he's a dead ball specialist and all. He wasn't too devilish on the day, but he brought Southampton back in the game there. But in the 40th minute, we went ahead. Riyad Mahrez, brilliant goal again. Left-footed shot. And that was his 8th goal of the season. He did go on to score another one to make 9. And that was quite impressive because Mahrez was dazzling, man. I'm telling you. Big up to the boy Riyad Mahrez, who was dealing with Southampton's left back Salisu properly. He was properly dealing with him. And Salisu had a hard time against Riyad Mahrez. Let's just put it out there. The two Africans scrapping it out over there. He had a rough time. So big up to the boy Mahrez, who played well again in this game. İlkay Gundogan scoring in the 3rd minute of first half, extra time to give City the 3-1 lead going into the halftime break. That was another brilliant goal. I think that was a tap-in, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember every single thing that happened in this game. We scored so many goals, man. There was so many goals in the game, you know what I mean? Scored a lot of goals. And in the 55th minute, Riyad Mahrez with another one set up by Phil Foden. Amazing stuff. Che Adams did bag one in the 56th minute. After we scored, we switched off. You know, mistakes again. And I think it was Laporte who was actually the culprit in this whole mix-up here. And the ball ended up for Che Adams. And I don't think Laporte, I really don't think Laporte have been very, very good, you know. I'm just going to put it out there. Laporte have not been that good. I'm calling you out, Laporte. He haven't been that good. It's like he's questioning himself and his confidence isn't there, even if Pep Guardiola is giving him a lot of game time in the past couple weeks. Seems like he is still, you know, having doubts, like he's having imposter syndrome or something. So, you know, Laporte need to get his act together. I'm just going to put that out there. Had a sloppy game. Had a really sloppy game. So, Che Adams with a lucky break there to get that ball, and he scored. But Che Adams, man, he made an error. He made an error for one of these goals. I can't remember which goal it was, but Che Adams just crossed the ball over, and it ended up in the back of the net for C. I can't remember exactly which one. But Kevin De Bruyne to top things off in the 59th. It was a whole lot of goals in the first 15 minutes in the second half. Set up by Phil Foden again, who picked up 2 assists. Gundogan, he picked up a goal and won Player of the Month for February. Pep Guardiola also won Manager of the Month for February. So congratulations to them. Bruno Fernandes won the Goal of the Month. I don't think he deserved it though. It was that audacious strike that he pulled off. I think it should have been Joao Moutinho or somebody else. Not him. Ferran Torres, Sergio Aguero, and Benjamin Mendy got a run out. Oh, man. I heard that Mendy is leaving. And City, you know, topped off a pretty emphatic victory to keep them top of the table. And, of course, letting their gap between themselves and Manchester United. So, Man City has 68 points after 29 games. City now have a game more than every single team in the Premier League. And for Southampton, they are 14th. They got 33 points, only one win in their last 5 matches. So, you know, good try, Southampton. That's all I got to say. You guys will survive, but very good try. If you guys have anything to add for this game, let me know in the chat before we move on and actually start talking about this week's predictions. So, appreciate it, man. Appreciate everybody in here right about now. So what do you guys have to say right now? Just reading some comments. Legend Sweet says Mahrez goal. Yeah, it's a blur, man. It's a blur because you got to understand that from Wednesday I watched that game, and then I watched the Champions League matches, both on Wednesday. I watch games on Tuesday as well. I probably watch games every day, every day. And I even, when I said I was going to take a break from the Europa League games, I was sucked in. I was sucked in, and I watched the Spurs Dinamo Zagreb match. So if you guys have anything to add about Man City, Southampton, let me know. Let me know. Donovan McCrabb is asking Adam, do you think Dinamo still have a chance versus Tottenham? I don't think they have a chance, really. I'm going to answer that question. They would put on a good showing at home, but they won't win the tie. It's over. It's over. So Thriller is saying, I thought Hassan Hutter would go before Wilder. But yeah, there has been news that broke today. I actually woke up and had a message from Doug. So big up to the boy Doug, who I wanted to have on today, but he couldn't make it. He have other engagements. And I respect that, by the way. And Doug informed me that Chris Wilder is apparently sacked or parted ways with Sheffield United. And it's just sad, man. I told you guys, I always tell you guys when you want to argue with me and say, this manager won't get sacked. Listen, anybody could get sacked. Once there's a bust up or there's an argument with the hierarchy at the club, all they have to do is say just leave. Because how dare you question me? I own this. I own this. You don't question me. This is mine. You see what I'm saying? So that's the whole mentality with these owners, man. It is sad, after what Sheffield, Chris Wilder have done for Sheffield United. They were a League One team, Tier 3. Took them to the championship and then took them to the Premier League all within 5 years. Placed 9th last season, and now they will be relegated. So, it is what it is, man. I'm surprised they didn't sack him earlier. Seeing that, might as well you sack him earlier, you know what I mean? Why are you going to wait until now to sack him? You see what I'm saying? You should have just sacked him earlier when you saw that things were going downhill. Say, man, it ain't nothing personal, but we're going to sack you now. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So, yeah. So, let us move on. John Wallen, where's Ryan? You see, this is you could tell that you haven't actually been following up with the content. I know you've been around here for a long time, but you could tell you haven't been following up with the content, man. God damn. Annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like, every week. You know what I'm saying? Every week, man. Every week. So we're going to get into this week's predictions. We have a game today at 3 o'clock my time. And that game will be between Aston Villa and Newcastle. It will be at St. James's Park. And we're going to get into that one right now. So what else do I see here? Thriller saying, Adam, what if Frank ends up at the Blades? Let me see. I doubt. That would be crazy, though. That would be crazy if Frank Lampard ends up at Sheffield United. And they end up not winning another game for the rest of the season. What if that actually happens? You see what I'm saying? So, Newcastle versus Aston Villa. Newcastle are currently 16th after 27 games. They have 27 points. They have 2 draws, 2 losses, and a win in their last 5 games. For Aston Villa, they're 9th after 26 games. They do have quite a bit of games in hand. They have 40 points with a draw, a loss, and a win in their last 3, and they only have picked up 1 win in their last 5. So they need a huge victory. They've been struggling without Jack Grealish. Maybe he's back, maybe he's not. And if you guys have any news on Jack Grealish, please drop it in the chat here. Let me just see what's going on with Jack Grealish. Won't spend crazy long on this one. So there's okay. So it seems like Jack Grealish might be fit for this game. Dean Smith provides Jack Grealish injury update ahead of Newcastle trip 23 hours ago. Jack Grealish, let me see. Oh my God. Jack Grealish has penciled a return from injury against Tottenham after Dean Smith ruled that the out of Aston Villa trip to Newcastle. Okay, so he might actually not be back. He might actually not be back. But even if he's back or he's not, I have to assess the game without Jack Grealish. You know what I'm saying? So Adam is saying Jack Grealish is probably going to be on the bench and come on the 45th minute. He will probably miss out on the game altogether. Who knows? Who knows? But earlier this season, Aston Villa defeated Newcastle 2-0. So could they do the league double over Newcastle? I'll let you guys know what I think and what my result is. You guys feel free to make predictions, but don't make the predictions when I'm actually talking and not reading the chat. You know what I'm saying? So in the earlier game, Ollie Watkins and Bertrand Traore scored the goals to give Aston Villa the victory here. So they need Grealish, though. I think they need Grealish. I think they've been struggling. I think Grealish is the man who connects the attack and the defense. And without him, it's like a problem. It's a problem getting there. It's definitely a problem getting there. So let me see. Let me see something. I'm having some internet problems right now. I don't know why. I don't know why the page is like taking forever to load and things like that. Where I have all the information on these teams and everything. It's taking like forever. Maybe I have a tab too much open here. Maybe that's what it is. Malfunction of the technology. So yeah. So Aston Villa won the first fixture this season, 2-0. And the last time Newcastle beat Aston Villa was in the championship back in 2017. So they didn't pick up a win over Aston Villa last season, where Villa won 2-0, and the reverse fixture at St. James's Park ended in a 1-1 draw. And you got to go back to 2015, the last time Newcastle defeated Aston Villa in the Premier League. But look, Newcastle have been in terrible form, man. 27 points. They started the season pretty well. And it's just sad to see in 2021, they have been in horrible form. And it seems like it's hard to say that they will get relegated. But when you look at the table right about now, with Fulham pulling themselves back in contention to survive, Brighton not playing well, Newcastle not playing well, it could be a very, very tasty affair in the relegation scrap down towards the bottom of the table there, So Dean Smith have only lost once versus Steve Bruce. Steve Bruce, the inverse of that, with only one win over Dean Smith. Guys, for this game, I'm not going to go on too long. I see a 1-1 draw written all over this one. A 1-1 draw. I think both teams would cancel each other out. Newcastle would get a point, which will be very, very favorable to them. But I don't see Newcastle winning this match. They just haven't been scoring enough goals without Callum Wilson. The other players are not stepping up. And with the absence of Jack Grealish, even though he comes back, he might not be as sharp as he was before. And they won't want to risk him too much by just throwing him in a game here. It could get pretty physical. And I think it's going to be a draw. So what are your thoughts? These two teams should be fresh and ready. They didn't play in the Champions League nor the Europa League, so they should have ample time to prepare. Newcastle coming off of a 0-0 draw to West Brom. And for Aston Villa, they are... where's the last Aston Villa game? When you need these things, you could never find these things. Never. God damn. So for Aston Villa, they did come off of a 1-0 loss to Sheffield United. So they would want to bounce back from that one. Definitely. So what's your predictions here? We have... I always say, damn, you're looking at the big body girls in those tabs. Funny, man. Funny. Nah, man. Nah, just too many tabs open. Too many tabs. You're funny, man. You guys, I love it. Absolutely love it, man. Love it. So, Thriller is dying with laughter. Donovan saying Caribbean girls. Adam, I wish maybe I should open a tab with some big batty girls for inspiration, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So Adam is saying, I see 2-1 win for Villa. They need to win to be in Europe. Yeah, Europe is an ambitious thing for Aston Villa right now. The last 5 games have been pretty poor, in my opinion. With the absence of Matt Cash and Grealish, they're getting found out. Airsley is saying a 2-0 to Villa. Watkins brace, 1-0 to Villa. Florian Tovan, a 1-1. Martin Kolev, a 3-1. And yeah, but I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, though. I see a draw written all over this. Newcastle struggling with a lot of injuries. Aston Villa injuries of their own. Villa have survived. So Europe to play for, of course, but still you don't want to, be too overly ambitious. You know what I'm saying? Villa have already achieved what they set out to achieve this season already. And that's surviving. And that's doing better than they did last season. So that's a plus for Dean Smith and what's his name? John Terry, the backroom staff. Steve Bruce, he's under some pressure. If he loses this game, if Newcastle get drawn into a relegation scrap, like a serious relegation, I think it is serious already, he could get the sack. I'm surprised they held on to him for this long. So NFL Edits is saying 2-0 to Villa. So guys, what we're going to do, we're going to move right on because, I could get dragged in and talk about these games forever and ever and ever. So the next one I want to talk about, Leeds United versus Chelsea. I'm going to do this one a lot earlier than I actually planned on doing. But let's talk about Leeds United Chelsea. Let's spice things up a bit. This would be a very, very, very exciting clash. Leeds currently 11th. And let me make sure because this thing be having the wrong freaking standings. And Chelsea are currently 4th because it's saying over here that Chelsea are 5th. I don't know why it's saying that Chelsea are 5th. Freaking transfer marked, man. Can't follow them in terms of their some of these things. But Chelsea are 4th. They did get into the top 4 on the weekend. And they were off during the week. Did not play in the Champions League this week, but they will play next week. They picked up a 2-0 win over Everton. Very impressive. Chelsea have been there under Thomas Tuchel. They do have 50 points after 28 games. And when everyone thought that top 4 was gone for Chelsea, when Lampard was at the helm, they were 9th when he got sacked. Thomas Tuchel comes in, and he's already the hero. You know what I'm saying? So big up to the boy Thomas Tuchel, 50 points. They're only 4 points behind Manchester United. So look, I predicted Chelsea to come in second this season. Second, it could happen. It could happen. I think it could happen. I think they will close the gap. They will close the gap to over United between themselves and United this weekend. I could guarantee you that. So, Chelsea versus Leeds. Marcelo Bielsa, one of the most underrated, but one of the better managers in world football, comes up against Thomas Tuchel, one of the most innovative managers around. Made the Champions League final last season, was at PSG where he won the title. He got sacked. Now he got hired. You see that? Because Abramovich knows the quality of a Thomas Tuchel. So, Tuchel came in and he has gone unbeaten so far against everybody. Every single competition, Thomas Tuchel is doing the business. So you definitely got to give it to him and Chelsea, man. He have the Chelsea team looking really, really good. He have Chelsea playing like if they really spent 200 and something million pounds. You see what I'm saying? That's how the Chelsea team looks. Like, yeah. Because when Lampard was there, you were like, they really spent that much money and they're playing crap like this? So, big up to Thomas Tuchel, though. But for Leeds United, they can't defend to save their lives. They cannot defend. And that's the whole problem with Leeds United. You got to learn to defend. And you got to learn to manage games better than that. You just can't go all out attack every single game. Against every single opponent. Sometimes it works, other times it fails. They're coming off of a 2-0 loss to West Ham United. West Ham has been in good form, but Leeds, back-to-back losses. They won't want to make it 3 in a row. They do have a lot of quality on their team, have a lot of very versatile players as well. But I'm afraid that this one is going to end in another loss for Leeds, where Chelsea defeated them in the earlier fixture this season. They defeated them 3-1. And my prediction for this one will be a 2-0 win for Chelsea. I don't think they will concede. They have been very, very, very good under Tuchel in terms of keeping out goals. Edward Mendy have been solid. The defense have been very, very good. Christensen looked like freaking goddamn Rio Ferdinand in his prime in the last game against, who they played? Everton, right? Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm like, okay. Christensen, who I don't really rate that highly. And I'm like, really? Come on, man. So you got to give it to them. Aspilicueta, who was kind of frozen out when Lampard was at the club. He's been playing well. Zuma started ahead of Rudiger. So he's rotating his team. He's letting everybody know, like, hey, man, your spot in this team ain't safe. Have everybody looking over their shoulders. And when that is happening, there's competition within the squad, not infighting and tension and stuff like that. It's healthy competition for places where players have to step up and they have to deliver, definitely. So I think Leeds are going to get pushed over again. I actually got a prediction for against Leeds last week where I predicted West Ham to win the game, and they did. And I'm going to go for Chelsea to win again. And I think they will. Unless Bielsa and Leeds have other ideas. But I could go on and on about this Chelsea team. I think Havertz played well in the last game. Werner played well despite not being able to score. Werner, you need to score, man. He just needs to find his confidence in front of goal again. And let's see if Tuchel could help him achieve that. Callum Hudson-Odoi had a great game, playing in a different position. And the team is just, after City, Chelsea's squad is the best. After the City squad, in terms of personnel. You bring one off, you bring one on. Also, I've been hearing that Christian Pulisic is a bit unsettled, not getting a lot of game time, and he's been linked with a move to Liverpool and United. Oh, god damn. Let's see what that happens. Let's see if that actually happens, I should say. So, for Leeds United, their last win against Chelsea came in 2002. They have played each other 5 times since then in the Premier League and once in the Carabao Cup back in 2012. So this will be only the second meeting in the last 9 years between Chelsea and Leeds, because we know Leeds were hanging out outside of the Premier League for quite some time. And that is approximately 17 years they've been hanging outside of the Premier League. But I don't think they got what it takes to beat this Chelsea 11. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Chelsea. So what we got here, in terms of predictions and tidbits in the comments, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream to 50 thumbs up. Thank you very much. So what we got? So we have B2K saying United are so inconsistent. Big up to the boy Julian in the house. We have Tuchel is tactically very sound. Definitely is. Definitely. You got to give him credit. He's a smart individual. And he's level-headed, so you got to give it to him. So Adam is saying, I hope we go unbeaten till the end. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. Good luck. Good luck. You want to win the Champions League? That's what you're saying? You want to win it? Let's see. Let us see. So we have Sami Sani saying 2-2. Chelsea leads 2-2. And we have Carl Headley. Big up to the boy Carl Headley saying, yeah, Leeds started so good, but just dropped like a rock. Definitely. Not very good against Defying Gravity there. They dropped hard. Air Slayer, 1-0 Leeds. Dom predicted them to lose, which means they'll win. No, that did not happen last week, bro. I predicted Leeds to lose last week, and they actually lost. So I think that jinx have finally been broken, and I'm good in terms of Leeds predictions. Let me double check that. Leeds, where's the Leeds prediction? Yeah, I predicted West Ham to beat them 3-2, and West Ham beat them 2-0. So we have B2K Julian is saying Rafinha Masterclass 2-2. Ooh, big up to the boy Antoine Eugene. Sack pass it to you. We have Leicester stole 50 million from Chelsea for Chilwell. I don't think so. Chilwell was linked to City. He was linked maybe to United. I think they paid solid money for a good left back. He's still very young, so just give him a chance, man. Give him a chance. Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. One more. Just give him one more season, man. It's his first season, and he have not played that badly. You see what I'm saying? He haven't. Look at where Leicester are at. You see what I'm saying? Not Leicester, Chelsea. Oh, God, Leicester. I'm remembering him at Leicester, running up and down the flanks. So we got Martin Kolev say Leeds always troll you. I don't think they're gonna do that again. So we have an update here. Update from Doug. Big up to Doug. Doug, what happened? You wrapped up what you did already? Update. Sheffield United have delayed the press conference to 5 p.m. today. Crucially, they have changed the wording of the press conference and removed the word manager from the title. Ooh, so that means that Chris Wilder is gone. These things don't come out to just play around. These things are true. He's gone. He's gone. So Florian Tovan is saying, damn, you should be Togden's guest for predictions one day. Bro, you think Togden is gonna reach out to me? Come on. I ain't nobody for him to reach out to. He's not looking at me like, oh my God, I could actually benefit by getting Dominic Rich on. No. If he could have benefited from getting me on, yeah. But come on, man. Come on. Nah, that I don't think that's gonna happen. Broadberry 2-0 to Chelsea. John Wallen 2-0 for Leeds. Okay. All right. We have Donovan McCrabb saying 1-1. Not the best result ahead of Atletico Madrid match. Antoine Eugene 2-1. So that's it for that prediction. Malik Anthony Gray saying, I'm kidding, 1-0 to Chelsea all the way. All away games we played under Tuchel, we have won. We win 1-0. The defense have been good under Thomas Tuchel. I ain't gonna lie. The defense have been absolutely solid. The whole team have been playing well, though. But some players are not happy, like a Tammy Abraham, a Christian Pulisic ain't happy. Who knows? Maybe Kurt Zuma isn't 100% happy. Maybe players like Emerson and Chilwell. There's still a few players who haven't been used a lot since Tuchel came in. And there's probably a few more that I'm not mentioning right now. But we are going to move right on. We're going to move right on. But wait. Before we do, I got some good information for you here. This will be the first time Thomas Tuchel and Marcelo Bielsa are meeting each other in any game. Okay? And for Leeds, Calvin Phillips is back in the mix, but haven't really made a difference in my opinion. Chelsea to win, 2-0. Let us move on. So the next game, Crystal Palace versus West Bromwich Albion. Ooh, this one is a good one. This one could go any way. But I don't know where it's going to go. I have made a prediction, but I don't know which way this one is going to go, though. Still don't, but I will let you guys know my thoughts in just a second. So, Crystal Palace versus West Brom. So for Crystal Palace, they are 13th in the league. It seems like that's their position, I think I predicted them to place 13th as well. They have one win in their last 5, lost their last game against Tottenham, of course. We know they got battered. And they have 2 draws. So they do have some points still in their last 5 matches, 5 points to be exact. And one good thing that's coming out of some of these games is that Christian Benteke is finding a bit of form. Wilfried Zaha is back fit again. You know, they have Jean-Philippe Mateta. They have Michy Batshuayi. They have Jordan Ayew. They have a lot of strikers. They have a lot of players available, you know what I mean? Eze, Zaha, Townsend, Schlupp. They have a nice fit squad, you know, at their disposal. So it's just up to them and Roy Hodgson to get the results here. So for West Bromwich Albion and Big Sam coming up against his old team, West Brom, who picked up a draw in their last match there in a game. West Brom should have won a lot more of their games, though, that they picked up draws in. And they remember that game against Chelsea when they were 3-0 up and they actually drew the game. So that comes to mind. So 0-0 draw against Newcastle in a 6-pointer there where they should have actually won that game against a struggling Newcastle. But only 1 point. They are 8 points behind Brighton, who are level on points with Fulham outside the drop zone. So is it too much to ask for West Brom? Is it over for them? They still have 10 games to go. It's not over till it's over. They could still get 48 points. They could win everything and get 48 points. So it's not over. But this ain't FIFA, you know, where you could give your bigger brother the controller and say, hey, man, beat these teams for me. Or bring the difficulty down from legendary or ultimate to amateur. This ain't FIFA. It ain't FIFA. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Sam Allardyce and, you know, West Brom. So in the earlier game this season, Crystal Palace beat West Brom 5-1. That was an uncharacteristic win for Crystal Palace, but they pulled it off nevertheless. And the last time they lost to West Brom was back in 2016. It was a 1-0 win. So for Crystal Palace. So it would take a lot. It would take a lot. Alan Pardew versus Tony Pulis. It would take a lot. So Big Sam, his record against Crystal Palace reads 11 games, 5 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses. Against Roy Hodgson, 5 matches, 3 wins, and 2 losses. Roy Hodgson have only lost once to West Brom. He has 5 wins and a draw in 7 games. So you know this thing is heading towards one result. Crystal Palace at home versus West Brom has also been very good, with 4 wins and 2 losses in 6 matches in the Premier League. So they're looking solid going into this one. So look, West Brom, they play well in games, but they're just not finishing properly. They're creating chances, and by Diagne and co are not finishing their chances. For this match, I'm going to go for Crystal Palace to win the game 2-1 here, inspired by the likes of Zaha, Townsend, Eze, Ayew, and Jean-Philippe Mateta. Who knows? Maybe the big Christian Benteke would get in on the act. Maybe he would. But I'm going for Crystal Palace to win this game, though. So let me see. So B2K is saying, Dom, he brought on Lee Chappie. So look, Lee Chappie is English. Lee Chappie looks like Jamie Vardy. So that's something. He's not going to bring me on. And I'm not trying to get on either. If he invites me, yeah, I'll join. I could handle myself, but I'm not like trying to get on. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get on. I'm good. So what's your prediction for this one, guys? Crystal Palace versus West Brom. Do you think West Brom are doomed, or do you think they will still survive under Big Sam? You know, he's the fixer, and he could get any team out of a spot of bother. But I don't think he's going to do it this time around. So for Crystal Palace, they have 34 points. A win here would take Palace into safety, safe zone. They say 40 points is the sweet spot, but I think around 36 would be good. So they will go up to 37, and they could refocus and start playing differently with a different mindset and not to worry about actually getting relegated. But for West Brom, it's all desperation stuff here. And they could either get lucky or they could just be in a spot where, you know, when you're desperate and you get nervous and you just mess up everything. That could be West Brom right there. So Sachin is saying 0-0. Carl Headley 2-2 draw. Antoine Eugene 1-1. The Benteke celebration is class. Also 2-1 to Palace. Yeah, I love that celebration, man. You know what I'm saying? Overall, not the best match day in terms of games. Yeah, been some light games, to be honest. So let's see what we got here. The North London derby, you know, West Ham, Man United, City, Fulham, Wolves, Liverpool. It'll be interesting, but still, we got to come back anyways and talk about these matches in the prediction. We do have a game today, guys. Don't forget Aston Villa play Newcastle. So if you see me drop a YouTube short or something for that 1 minute of my thoughts, you know, I will, but I can't guarantee that as well. So big up to the boy Double O. He says, hello, Dom and the man's them. You know, Zaha Ali is saying Zaha is back. Predict a 2-0 win for Crystal Palace. It didn't work in the last game against Tottenham, but, you know, I think it will work this time around. I think the fact that Zaha just wanted to freaking play against Spurs. I just think he wanted to play against Spurs. I just think so. Because he should have never came on when he did, to be honest. He should have never came on, you know what I'm saying? Should have never came on. So, let us go. Let us go. Let us go. So, let me see. All right. Thank you, B2K, for fixing your boo-boo there. Be very careful. So, let me see. This guy, not the first time he's on the channel, but this is what you choose to say today. Man City supporter in New York. I never thought I would see it. Anything is possible. Unnecessary comment, if you ask me. Very unnecessary. Very unnecessary. Okay? Actually, it's a stupid comment. I ain't going to even lie about that one. You know what I mean? You could do better than that. That's all I got to say. You can do better than that, Mr. Chelsea FC. You could do better than that. So, we are going to move right on to the next game where we have Everton versus Burnley. I've made up my mind for this one as well, and I'll let you know my thoughts. Please hold your prediction until I let you know when to drop them. So Burnley are 15th right now with 30 points. They have 4 draws and a loss in their last 5 games, so they do need a win. They do need to get back to winning ways. Are they going to do it against Everton? The first match this season between these two teams ended in a 1-1 draw. And the last time they beat Everton was back in 2019. They actually have 4 wins against Everton in the Premier League in their last 10 games. So it is possible for Everton to get picked off by Burnley here. It will be at Goodison Park. So Burnley have traveled to Liverpool lately. And when I say Liverpool, I mean Merseyside Liverpool, and picked up a win. So anything is possible here. Anything is possible. But Sean Dyche's men haven't been playing very well. They haven't been playing well. And Everton have been in good form despite losing their last game against Chelsea. Carlo Ancelotti and his boys are 6th. They have 3 wins on the trot, sandwiched in between 2 losses. So there's a bit of inconsistency. And there's a little bit of imposter syndrome that kicks in when they meet the bigger sides. So for this game, Everton, I think, they've been rotating. No James sometimes, no Doucouré, with Sigurdsson. All these guys have been rotating. And I think Carlo Ancelotti haven't really found that balance yet, in my opinion. And it's been all season. He keeps chopping and changes. He keeps saying that the goalkeeping position isn't like, settled, like he's going to rotate and all of that. But Everton didn't play in the week, so nor did Burnley. So they should be fresh, two fresh teams coming up against each other here. And I think Everton would be just good, just the better team on the day. And they would defeat Burnley 2-1. I think it would be a good, scrappy affair. And Everton would win to go up to 49 points. Wow, they're overachieving this season. This is Everton we're talking about. 49 points. 49 points, man. Could you guys even believe right now that Everton, after 20, they have played 27 games, are ahead of Liverpool, who have played 28 games this season? Nah. That one is unbelievable. What a season we're having, man. But Richarlison have been in very good goal-scoring form. Calvert-Lewin not so much. And I think Everton would handle business here against, the Clarets. What are your thoughts, guys? What are your thoughts on this one? Don't want to stay too long on this, so yeah. What are your thoughts here? So let me see. Federico is saying never see a prediction for Liverpool. I haven't made it yet. I haven't made that yet. That's coming up. That's coming up a little later in the show. These live streams are long, Mr. Davis. These live streams are very, very long. I will. You know what? I'm gonna just message. Let me message you. I'm gonna message you and send you my predictions for the Liverpool game, because you might have things to do. You might not be able to stick around for the whole stream. You know what I'm saying? So I might actually just have to send you the freaking thing, the prediction, so you get like a little inside scoop, seeing that we know each other, So let me see. I'm gonna just hit you up with that. All right, I sent it. So you know my prediction. Don't listen. Don't let anybody in the chat know what I sent for you. Don't let nobody in the chat know what I sent for you. Okay. So I did that. So this game, Everton, let me see what you guys are saying here. Double O is saying, damn, I want our team to back to being solid again with Cancelo, Stones, Diaz, Zinchenko, Gundo. For me, Kevin De Bruyne, I messed up out of flow. Nah, bro, you need to chill. That's what you need to do. You need to chill. You know what I'm saying? You bug it out. Like you haven't been watching the games. You see what Kevin De Bruyne is doing. Come on, bro. Come on. The guy gives his all. So we have Everton 3, Burnley 0. John Wallen saying 1-0 for Burnley. It seems like John Wallen is like wilding today with everything. You're wilding, bro. It could happen, but I'm seeing a pattern in your predictions here. I'm really seeing a pattern in your predictions. And the things you're saying. Barkley is saying, I don't reckon Arsenal as a big club though. Oh, okay. Everton 2, Burnley 0. Richarlison with 2 goals. Adam Samble is saying Everton to win 2-0. Don't know if James is injured or not. But with him, it could be more than just 2-0. Yeah, James haven't been, fit this season. And when he does play, he looks good. So that could be, a miss for Everton there. So 1-1 says Sammy. What else we got here in terms of predictions? Florian Tovan 2-1. And this is just a part of the show where I involve you guys, to just, make you feel good. You know what I mean? Giving you a shout out one time. You see what I'm saying? Zah Ali saying 2-1 for Burnley, because Burnley have been playing amazing football, especially against Leicester the other night. Everton are missing some key players such as Doucouré. Yeah, but remember, Burnley haven't won in their last 5 games, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's something. That is something right there, man, so. Okay, so Double is saying, nah, bro, he scored but gives away loose balls. We were not solid in the middle. But this is Kevin De Bruyne, bro. He pulls all the strings in the midfield. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what is your agenda right now against Kevin De Bruyne, man. Seriously. I really don't know. See what I mean? Really don't know. But we're going to move on to the next game. We're going to keep things moving. We got a few more matches to talk about. So we got a lot to do. Still got a lot to do. and I got to get it done while it's still early. Okay, I'm going to leave the Man City game for the back end and the Liverpool game towards the back end. Let us talk about Southampton versus Brighton. Let's run through these little itty-bitty fixtures, man. Let's talk about these little games that, well, who cares about watching these games? But it's still, very, very important games, by the way. So Southampton, right now, they're 14th. They would host the game. They have 33 points. They got 1 win in their last 10. Not 5, 10. 1 win in their last 10, and they have a draw. So out of a possible 30 points, Southampton have picked up 4. God damn. 4, 4, which that means that after 18 games, Southampton had 29 points. Oh man. Ridiculous. Southampton were number 1 in the league for one time, and in the top 4, and it had just been a horrible run, man, even with a 9-0 beating in there. So they played well against City. I talked about that game earlier in the stream. They played very, very well against Man City, I think, without any luck, but they did pick up a win against Sheffield United. That would do them a world of good. So despite all the injuries, I don't think they handled themselves well enough against Manchester City. This is City we're talking about, that's sitting top of the table, 68 points, 14 points ahead of the nearest team in second, which is Manchester United. This is ridiculous. This is Manchester City you're talking about, who has 25 points ahead of Liverpool right now. Okay? And I just had to throw that one in there for the Liverpool fans watching this one right now. I'm rubbing it in like lotion. Rubbing it in like, listen, I don't want to put no lotion on any men or anything. I'm just saying, I'm rubbing it in like lotion. It's just a freaking simile, okay? Don't get too carried away with that one. So for Brighton, though, Brighton, 3 losses on the bounce, no wins in their last 5 games, and they are going through a very, very, very, very horrible run. The last time Brighton won a game was against Liverpool. And the curse, where after a team beats Liverpool, they just go downhill, continues. That happened to Southampton, and that happened to Brighton. It seems like the teams down at the south coast of England are struggling after beating Liverpool here. And even a team like Burnley haven't played well after they beat Liverpool too, If we want to take a deeper look into that one, let's go down a rabbit hole here. After Burnley beat Liverpool, let me get it. They have picked up some wins, in the FA Cup. They beat Villa. They beat Palace. Yeah, that's just about it. They haven't been that great after beating Liverpool either. So that is also a thing. That is definitely also a thing. But we got to worry for Brighton, man. We do have to worry for Brighton, who have been very, very impressive in patches this season. And it's very, very perplexing where they're at right now in the table. Level on points with the 18th place team Fulham. Fulham in the relegation zone with 3 goals separating them in goal difference. That's all that separates the two teams, because Fulham have been on the upward surge in 2021, and Scott Parker have the boys playing well. Fulham are playing like a team who want to survive, and if they continue playing the way they have been playing, we will get to Fulham soon. They play City. Well, it will be tough to continue playing the way they're playing against City, but they did beat Liverpool, just to mention. But if Fulham, let's say Fulham pick up a win against City here, they go up to 29 points. They would leapfrog Newcastle, Brighton, and Brighton. That is ridiculous to even think about. But going back to Brighton, they have 11 losses and 11 draws this season. They have been the architects of their own downfall, not managing games properly, not putting away chances. Brighton have games where they have 25 shots at goal, 30 shots at goal, and not score. You see, So that is where the problem comes in. For Southampton, though, who might be without Danny Ings, who pulled up in a recent match, I think it was a Sheffield United game he pulled up in. They look more like a team that could actually execute their plans in this game. Brighton need to bounce back, but Southampton have been playing some decent football despite the long run without wins. But I like what I saw against Sheffield. I like what I saw against Man City. And I like what I saw in some of the games where they lost and they got a draw. So I'm leaning towards Hasenhüttl here. They're struggling with injuries, but I'm leaning towards a Southampton. You know what? I'm leaning towards a Southampton win, but I think these two teams are going to play to a 1-1 draw. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw here. I'm going to say that the two teams from the South Coast cancel each other out. I'm going to say they cancel each other out. A little bit of indecision there. But, when you're indecisive, you just meet halfway. 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. You know what I'm saying? So, what do we have here? So, Thriller is saying thanks for the imagery. Appreciate it. What else we got here? In terms of your predictions, what do you have? Southampton versus Brighton. Okay, what do we have here? If you guys have any predictions, please drop it now or we could move on. I'm going to go for 1-1. Graham Potter to get 1 point. Separate themselves from Fulham. And with Fulham playing Man City this weekend, they could actually separate themselves from Fulham by actually beating Southampton. A win would be huge for Brighton here. Huge. You know what I'm saying? Newcastle played today against Villa. So if Newcastle doesn't win, and let's say Brighton win, it'll be Newcastle under a lot of pressure. I know Newcastle are under pressure too, but they will be under even more pressure, more immense pressure. So what we got here? Adam the Great say I see a 1-1 draw, kind of boring match. It might actually not be a boring game, because Southampton and Brighton both play an expansive type, brand of football. Very, very. I see it as an open end-to-end game, and I was tempted to actually predict a 2-2 draw. But with the fact that Brighton do not take a lot of chances that they get, it could be to their detriment, or they might just end up getting 1 point from this game. So we have Jason Timunu saying 2-4 to Brighton. Brighton 4. Bro, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that predictions, Seriously. Brighton 4. You haven't been watching Brighton. So B2K saying 2-1 to the Saints. Michael Olapido 1-1. We got Mr. Antoine Eugene saying 2-1 to Brighton. What we got here? Donovan McCrabb 0-0 off the week. Thank you very much for your predictions. What else we got here in terms of prediction? Thriller, do you have a prediction though? Any prediction from Thriller in the house? So I'm gonna go for 1-1. I'm gonna go for 1-1. I'm going to go for 1-1. So Sammy is saying 3-1 to Brighton. You guys haven't been watching Brighton, you see. That's what I think is going on here. You haven't been really watching Brighton. Southampton did defeat Brighton early on in the season, 2-1, and Brighton have not defeated Southampton since 2012. Just for your information. And there have been 4 draws in the last 10 games between these two teams from the South Coast. 4 draws. 1 win for Brighton and 5 wins for Southampton. So I think any team's going to win this one. It will be South. I don't see Brighton winning this game. I really don't. I would love to see them survive, but to be honest, it's not what I want to see or what I like to see. I have a feeling, if we want to talk a little relegation thing, I have a feeling one of Brighton or Newcastle are going down. So Graham Potter in 3 matches have never defeated Southampton, nor have he ever defeated Ralph Hasenhüttl, where he played all his games against Southampton Well, all Graham Potter's games against Southampton have been against Hasenhuttl. And Hasenhuttl have never lost a game to Brighton. Okay? Just know. Just know. You want to know? And Southampton have never lost in the Premier League. Never lost in the Premier League to Brighton. That win, let me see. That win that Brighton got against Southampton was in the Championship. Just so you know. So in the Premier League era, or when they meet in Premier League games, Brighton have never beaten Southampton. And Southampton's 3 home Premier League games against Brighton have all ended in draws. And I made my prediction before seeing this, you know. This is nuts. That means that the prediction is definitely solid, okay? Just like Sizzler says, solid as a rock. All right? Let us move on. Let us move right on like a rolling stone. Okay, so we got a game here between Leicester City and Sheffield United. There have been big news today that Sheffield United and their longtime manager, Chris Wilder, have decided to part ways after there was some sort of bust up between Wilder and the club's hierarchy. And Chris Wilder, who took the club from what's the word I'm looking for, man? The doldrums of League One to the Championship and then to the Premier League where they placed 9th, glued to the bottom of the table this season with 22 losses. Yeah, they have been bad. They have been really, really bad. And, you know, I thought they would have actually held on to Wilder, you know, and then tried to come back up. But, yo, Wilder, you a wild boy, man. You spend the people money really kind of wild. You spend the money wild. You see what I'm saying? Real wild. Should have never bought Brewster. You should have never, ever paid that much. Listen, the moment when that happened, I'm one of the skeptics. I'm one of the original skeptics who says, man, that one is not the right decision. Not the right decision, man. So, Wilder, man, I don't know. You shot yourself in the foot. Definitely shot yourself in the foot, man. So, look. Let me see. Bam. Wilder shot himself in the foot. So, I think he made some decent signings with the left backs, the fullbacks that he brought up from Derby County, Lowe and Bogle. And, you know, but Oliver Burke and the decision to bring in, what's his name there? Even Ramsdale, who's decent, but not the best. And to bring in Ryan Brewster, you know, some horrible decisions, man. You know, they should have tried their best to hold on to Dean Henderson, but Henderson has visions of playing for, you know, Manchester United on a long-term basis. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, man. That's the breaking news on Sheffield and Chris Wilder. Is sad, but like I told you guys in the past, it doesn't matter what you did in the past. It doesn't matter. They will sack you. And when I keep saying like, okay, Klopp could get the sack too. Pep could get the sack. It's just that it's not likely. People say, no. Let Klopp continue to play like this at Liverpool. If this form goes into next season, which I don't think it will, but let's say it happen, Klopp will get sacked. It doesn't matter if you won the Champions League for a team or the Premier League. In 100 years, they will still sack you. So Leicester City coming up here against Sheffield United. For Leicester City, they're still top 4. They're third. They have 53 points with a win in their last fixture. Picked up a 2-1 win over Brighton. I said Burnley. Brighton, they did have a 1-1 draw over Burnley, though. So that win over Brighton was a come-from-behind win. And Leicester looking good still. Players are stepping up. Iheanacho, even Daniel Amate stepped up. He don't score and he scored. So big up to Leicester City for their consistency this season. Much more consistent than last. They have 10 games. Let's see what they do. Are they going to drop the ball? Because guess what? There's Chelsea behind you, you know. There's Chelsea behind you. And you slip up here. You slip up against a Sheffield United who may be without Chris Wilder on the touchline. And we all know whenever there's a new person on the touchline, special things happen for some strange reason. Like the players decide like, yeah, we're going to turn Superman today. We want to play for this new guy because he might not choose me in the next game. So that happens a lot. So Leicester City with only one loss in their last 5 games. As I say, they're in the Champions League spot, but they have to keep on playing quality football to hold on to that, despite, losing Maddison to injury and Harvey Barnes. They have to try to hold on to that. Kasper Schmeichel, shout out to him. He has been very good in goal for Leicester over the years. He was the goalkeeper that was in goal when they won the title 5 years ago. So big up to the boy Kasper Schmeichel as well. So Yanchu, these guys playing well. And Leicester City should get the better of a struggling Sheffield United here. Sheffield, when I say they're struggling, they are struggling. They did pick up a win. That win came against Villa. And that was their only win in their last 5. And before that, you have to go back to the FA Cup 5th round for a win against Bristol City and a win against West Brom on February 2nd. But overall, they have not had much joy this season at all, where they have only won 4 matches. But surprisingly, they have won more games than West Brom, where West Brom has only 3 wins. But the problem with West Brom, 9 draws. And the problem with Sheffield, 2 draws. So even, let's say Sheffield had picked up more draws than losses, they would have been still in the reckoning to survive. But I think it's way too late, man. It is way too late. Way too late, And it's over. It is over. For this game, I'm going to go for Leicester to win this game 3-0. I don't see where Sheffield are going to get their goals from, to be honest. They have only scored 16 goals all season. This is simply ridiculous, man. How could you score 16 goals in 28 games? Like, come on. This is sad. This is really, really sad, man. This is sad. Leicester to do the business. Big up to the boy Yuri Telemans, doing the damn thing again. You know what I mean? So, listen, we have some really weird people in the comments sometimes, some really, really weird people who think that we can't spot who are trolls or who are coming with a burner account or whatever. As I don't know how many times I have to block this guy, Jason Temunu. I don't know how many times. Back when I used to let people come on the channel and I would drop the link in the chat, this guy would just come on the freaking thing and just be in the background and not say anything. I bring him on the screen, he would not say anything. How the hell do I get rid of this dude, man? How? Weirdos, man. I'm telling you. God damn. Could you stop being a weirdo, please? Jeez, man. Yeah, Thriller, man. I don't know what is going on here, man. Seriously. So Adam is saying Leicester to win 2-0. Easy for them. Michael Olapido 2-2 draw. McGoldrick to get a double. I don't know why this guy just can't be normal and just freaking comment and make proper predictions. He come here with the bullshit predictions and all. Like, come on, bro. God damn. Let me calm down, okay? Let me calm down. Let me behave myself. So, we got John Welland saying 1-1. Sheffield bunks back after Wilder exit. What else we got here in terms of predictions? Big up to everybody who are watching right about now. Appreciate you guys joining. We got Dane Richards saying 2-0 to Leicester. And guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream to 50 thumbs up. Robert, big up to the boy Robert Robinson, who says 3-0 to Leicester City. And I did mention that Michael Olapido said a 2-2 draw. Adam says a 2-0 win. We got Antoine Eugene, 3-0 to Leicester. We got, yeah, Thriller, man. That is the same guy that Ryan brought onto his live stream and he stared at the camera. Yep, that same guy, man. That same guy. B2K saying 2-1 to the Foxes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, so that's it for that prediction. Nothing more to add. Brendan Rodgers, you got to be very, very careful. You guys are playing around. You drop right out of the top 4 if you don't pick up these results. I'm just a warning I'm sending out to Leicester City. Because I could actually see it, you know. I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the complacency creeping in. And there's Chelsea on the horizon. Tottenham and Mourinho are coming up. You know, Everton and West Ham are always there and about. And if Leicester don't continue to win these games, they will drop out the top 4 and miss out on the Champions League again. I don't want that to happen to them, but I could see it happening. So Sheffield United last beat Leicester back in 2008. That was in the Championship. And since Sheffield returned to the Premier League, they have lost all 3 games against Leicester City. So Leicester, favorites to win this one, definitely. And it's still listed as Chris Wilder being the manager, where the 5 games he have played against Leicester City in all competitions, he have lost them. And he have never won a game against Brendan Rodgers. So, you know, yeah. Rodgers, though, have lost games against Sheffield United, 3 in 7 with 4 wins, and Leicester City have never lost in the Premier League against Sheffield, and at home, of course, they have never lost as well. So that's just some very, very good info for you guys to know. And a lot of times, you guys, you know, you could before the prediction video starts, or whether you watch my prediction video or anyone else, you could actually do a little research and you could make your own predictions and drop them in comments of different YouTube videos, okay? Always remember that. So we have 4 more games to go through. We have the Fulham Man City, Arsenal Spurs, Man United West Ham, and Wolves Liverpool. Let's talk about Man United versus West Ham here. I have a very interesting prediction for this one. As we know, Leicester's not, why did I say Leicester? West Ham United have been, see, I got Leicester on the tip of my tongue, man. I've been thinking about Leicester a lot. West Ham United. West Ham. They're in 5th. 48 points. David Moyes doing a really, really good job. He's going to come up against one of his old clubs that he managed. He took over after Sir Alex Ferguson left, and it was a total failure. So he would want to go to Old Trafford and do the business. Definitely would want to do something like that. But his record against Man United have not been very good, you know. 4 wins in 30 matches with 19 losses. This is not a good record at all. He has a decent record against Solskjaer with 4 games played, 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. So that's not bad at all. And look, this season, United won the first fixture 3-1, and United also beat West Ham in the FA Cup 1-0 after extra time. Last season, it was a 1-1 draw and a West Ham win, and that's where David Moyes picked up, you know, those very good results against Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So Solskjaer's record against West Ham reads 6 games, 3 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. And against Moyes, 2 wins, 1 draw, and a loss. So this is a big game. This is a big game, man. This is a big game. But West Ham United does not have a very, very good record at Old Trafford at all. They have only won twice, picked up 3 draws, and you know, it's an uphill battle. In the last 10 games, West Ham have beaten Man United twice, but those games were at the London Stadium. So they did manage to pick up a draw at Old Trafford last season and a draw in 2018 at the London Stadium. So they have picked up good results against Manchester United here. West Ham, they're overachieving this season in 5th. This is not a region where that's associated with West Ham United or even a David Moyes' team. But Man United, we know how inconsistent they are. They would drop points to a Palace this game, and then they would beat City, who were out of this world, and then they would play AC Milan, have the game to win, and then they would draw the game, and it's just a weird team to analyze. They're so difficult to analyze, man. At home, they have been at their worst. You see what I'm saying? And then on the road, they are spectacularly good. And I'm like, how do you analyze Man United? How? Bruno Fernandes is very, very good some games. Other games, he's nowhere to be found. He's like a ghost. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, what? How do you analyze this team? How? How does the United fan channels do it? How do they deal with this? Seriously, I know, back in the day they were having a great time. I think there were a few back in 2013 when Sir Alex Ferguson last won. But these days, there has been a lot, but they haven't had a lot of joy. How do they analyze this team? As for West Ham Fan TV has had a lot of joy this season. I am subscribed to West Ham Fan TV. I've been for a very, very long time, since they were very small. And that's one of the newer fan channels too. And West Ham has been damn good. Mikel Antonio, Shusek, Kufal, Declan Rice have been really good, and the team has just been very impressive. Shout outs to the boy Jesse Lingard, who would be a big, big miss in this match. He has been a revelation since he joined from Man United, and it's just sad that in the Premier League, loanings don't play against their parent clubs. In other leagues they do, but not in the Premier League though. Not in the Premier League. So, man, that'll be a big miss. But I think they'll be all right. Jared Bowen should slot back in. West Ham they got a lot of quality. Dom, get to the point. What's your prediction? So, look, we know what United are capable of. They're capable of the spectacular. Rashford has been playing well at times. Bruno Fernandes slip in and out. I have for this game, interestingly, a very, very, very thrilling affair. A 2-2 draw. A 2-2 draw. Where United are not really at their best at home. And if you are to get a result against them this season, it will be at Old Trafford and not on the road. Another thing to factor in, United are playing Thursday night football. They just played. West Ham all week to rest. They could take advantage of that, where the United team will be rotated again, and players would be, still a little fatigued from the Europa League clash against AC Milan, which was AC Milan is a big team, so a high intensity game, of course. So they have to be careful to how they actually go into this match. I'm going for a 2-2 draw here. I think David Moyes is going to walk away with some joy from this. I think he will. I could see it happening. If they win, that would be even better for them. They would inch even closer to them. They could even go back into the top 4 according to the other results. But I'm actually going for a draw here. 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. Man United are frauds, man. They're frauds. They're frauds. And you know how Man United are frauds? If you look at the last couple of seasons, right? And where they've placed. Let's start with let's start when I've been on YouTube. 2017-18. Look at what they did. They came second, but 19 points behind. Oh my God, this thing is funny. This is funny, man. And if you go to the 18-19 season, Man United didn't even get top 4. They placed 6th with 66 points. And hear this. Hear this. You play sixth with 66 points in 2018-19, but with 66 points again the following season, you placed third. And that was 15 points behind second. Frauds, I'm telling you. And this is nothing against Man United. And I'm just talking facts. I'm just talking the truth here. It's the fact they're second this season, right? But still 14 points behind the top team. Like, come on, man. Come on. And then you have Leicester, Chelsea, West Ham, Everton all on your backs. Don't drop no points in this game, United, or else, there could be, could be problems. Could be problems. And the second leg against AC Milan coming up, it could be problems again. You see, they could drop the ball here. They could drop the ball. And as Dane said, these lots are inconsistent. You got that right. You got that right. Big up to the boy Dupe in the house as well. So what's your predictions for this one, guys? And if you haven't yet smashed the thumbs up button, make sure you do so, guys. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We'll definitely appreciate that. So what we got here in terms of prediction? Sammy is saying 2-1 to West Ham. What else we got here? Julian, 1-0 to West Ham United. Julian, I think that prediction is rather biased because you are a City fan and you just want them to lose. Antoine is saying West Ham to win 2-0. Antonio will bully this United defense. Declan Rice will be one of the best defensive midfielder. All right. Very well said. AD says, I think this is the first time Man United will make consecutive top four since 2012-13. Very well. Very, very well done, AD, to drop that very fun stat in the stream there. And guys, check out that lovely display picture from the boy AD740. That stands out. That looks good. That looks really good. You know what I mean? That is like popping out in your face. Like, yeah, my name is AD. You know what I mean? And if you guys are wondering, his name is really AD. That's his initials. We got a 2-2 draw. End of end-to-end action. The two United teams coming up against each other here. And we got Gerald Ron Smith, okay, saying 2-1, Gerald Ron. That name is kind of hard to say, bro. 2-1 to United. Rashford will score. Martin Kolev. Yeah, Martin. Jesse Lingard can't play. AD saying 2-2. Look, he can't play. It's his parent club. Remember things, please, Martin. So, Legend Sweet is saying Dominic, Anthony Martial, and Rashford injured, by the way, guys. Ooh, that's going to be even, tougher. Cavani, is he fit? Greenwood, Diallo, maybe Diallo might play. But to factor in, these guys, haven't been playing in the Premier League a lot. And Cavani has been inconsistently starting. So, look, regardless to who plays, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. And guys, sometimes with these injuries, you really can't run with every single thing, because sometimes they see the player injured today and then you turn up on Sunday and then they're playing. You see what I mean? But if Rashford is indeed injured, that'll be a big miss. I should have actually paid attention to the Europa League game, but that's why you guys are here, though. That's why you guys are here. So, guys, we are 4 likes away from 50 thumbs up. Could we get to 50 today? I think we will. So we have Jave O'Hara saying, big up to Jave. He's saying 2-0 Bruno Masterclass. Ayodele Ajulo saying Manu are masters of draws, at least in the last 5 seasons. What else we got? Dane Richards saying 3-0 Maguire hat-trick. Yeah, Dane is now trolling. Yeah, Dane, we get it. Now we know you're trolling. Now we know you're trolling, you know what I mean? So, not much more to add there. I think both teams have had solid enough season, with West Ham having a more solid season than United, seeing that they don't really find themselves 5th many times. And, after 28 or 27 games, they have like so many points. So you got to give it to West Ham, man. You definitely got to give it to them. And if I'm not mentioning anything that needs to be mentioned, my bad. But we'll take all day to give praises to the ones who deserve praises, and we'll take all day to bash the ones who don't. So we are going to move on. As AD says, I can't believe West Ham are doing this well this season. I can't. I really, really can't. You see what I mean? But 2-2 draw. 2-2 draw. It could be a different result. This is just what I think coming into the game. So we are gonna move right on to the next one. We almost through. And let's talk about Arsenal versus Spurs here. Arsenal versus Spurs. I ran across a video on my homepage, Expressions Oozing and Ty did a combined 11, and he said that they couldn't, agree on anything. And I was thinking about, if I do a combined 11 for these two teams, it is kind of hard. It is definitely kind of hard, How many Arsenal players could make the damn combined 11? When you really think about it, it is difficult to put a lot of Arsenal players in here. You see what I'm saying? It is difficult. So it is hard. First of all, I would put in Son, Bale, Kane, Aubameyang might not even make this team on form. You see what I'm saying? On form. Højbjerg has been playing well. You can't put Xhaka in the team. Thomas Partey has been injured. Haven't really done a lot since he came to Arsenal. It is a difficult damn combined 11 to do. It is very difficult. It is very difficult. Yeah, Bukayo Saka definitely has to make that team. But it's very, very difficult to put Tierney versus Reguilon and Davies. I'll put Reguilon in the team. Right back. Center backs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It is tough. I'll put Lloris over Leno, though. Even though I don't really rate Lloris like that, I will still put Lloris over Leno. I think he's better than Leno. Leno is kind of, Leno is kind of inconsistent at times, to be honest. And that mistake in the game there against Burnley that cost Arsenal 2 points there, that was really daft mistake, you know what I mean? So big up to everybody in there. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the live stream. Arsenal Spurs in the North London derby. So this will be a good one. This will be a really good one. So of course we know Spurs won the first fixture 2-0. And they won the one before that as well. And the two previous ones ended in draws. And then Spurs won. The last time Arsenal beat Spurs in a North London derby was in 2018 when they defeated them 4-2. And before that in 2017 where they picked up a 2-0 win. But both these wins were at the Emirates Stadium. They will be at the Emirates. So if they want to pick up a win, they would need to draw some inspiration from those previous recent wins in the derby. So we're going back 5 years, and Arsenal only have 2 wins and 2 draws in the derby, with Spurs with six wins in all competitions. So who got the upper hand here? It is Tottenham. Who has the momentum here? It is definitely Tottenham. Premier League, both teams played on Thursday. So we expect to see rotation of the squads once again. I think Mourinho will be coming into this game the more confident of the two managers. Despite both teams winning, I think Mourinho have found a formula now with Gareth Bale being back to full fitness, and we have Harry Kane playing world-class football. World-class. Anybody out there who tell me that Harry Kane ain't a world-class footballer, you don't know what you're talking about. And that just give me a good idea, I think I have to go around all the leagues and find all the world-class players and put them in a YouTube short or something. 1 minute of world-class players. All the world-class players in football today. think that would make a fun video. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. World class, man. World class short. That'll be a fun one. I wonder who would make the list. Who would make the cut? Huh. Who would make the cut? You know? Maybe not on form, but just on, class. They say class is permanent. Form is temporary. So don't get too carried away with form. Let's get, class. World class. So look, 57 all-time North London derbies. Arsenal with 20 wins. Spurs with 14. And 23 games ending in draws. That's a lot. That's almost 50% of the games have ended in draws. At home, though, for Arsenal, they have a very good record against Tottenham Hotspur, where they have only lost twice. Twice against Tottenham Hotspur. Ridiculous. 15 wins and 11 draws. Ridiculous. I wonder what I got here for my prediction. I'll share with you just now. This is a big game. This is a big game. Saka, Aubameyang, Odegaard, Partey coming up against the likes of Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, Gareth Bale, Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Lloris versus Bernd Leno. It's a good one. It is a good one here. This is a good one. Partey versus Højbjerg. This is a good one. This will be a good watch. I'm actually getting excited about this. I'm getting excited talking about this one because I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I like the way Harry Kane is playing right now. So, in 2 games against Mikel Arteta, Jose Mourinho has 2 wins. Big up to the boy Jose Mourinho. And Mourinho, I just read something that he said he's not worried about teams below him in the table. He's only looking upwards. He's not worried about the teams below him. So that's something to consider. Mikel Arteta, in 2 games against Tottenham, he have lost both the matches. So that's not a very, very good thing going into this in terms of having a psychological advantage here. And it is going to be a good one. I think both teams have been playing, Arsenal have been so-so. So have Tottenham, So have Tottenham. Because even though they have 3 wins in their last 3 Premier League games, let's just take a look at the opponents. Crystal Palace, Fulham, and Burnley. And this is very important to note. In their wins, they picked up wins versus Wolfsburger. They lost to West Ham. They beat Wolfsburger again. They lost to City. Keep track. They lost to Everton. They beat West Brom. You see the point I'm trying to make? They lost to Chelsea. You get the point yet? When you meet the better teams, they don't really show up. You see what I'm saying? But are Arsenal a better team at the moment? You see what I'm saying? This is a derby here. This is the North London derby. Tottenham did lose to Brighton. Did lose to Liverpool. So they have been very inconsistent. Don't make the last 3 games and the Europa League form basically polish over the cracks here. No, both teams got problems still. But I think Tottenham has the momentum going for them. Because if you look at where they're at, they're 7th, 45 points. They have a lot to play for. Arsenal do as well. But Tottenham have that top 4 within their their reach again. Because you go from 45 to 48, all of a sudden, you're within reach. And with teams above them dropping points all the time, they could be in the mix again for direct qualification to the Champions League. As for Arsenal, who have been inconsistent as of late, did pick up 2 wins in their last 5, unbeaten in their last 2. They got 38 points. It's also important for them to win this game and go into the 40s and actually stay in contention for one of those Europa League places. I think top 4 might be beyond Arsenal at this moment. But with all that said, with Mourinho and Tottenham playing a more expansive brand of football lately, I think we're going to have a good game. I think we're really going to have a good game. Harry Kane playing a different role where he's, more not as advanced as he used to. And he's helping out a lot more, playing like a creator and the devastator of attacks, of defenses, I mean. So in this match, guys, I'm about to make my prediction here. I'm going for Tottenham to win. I'm going for Tottenham to pick up a rare win away to Arsenal. And I'm going to say the game ends 2-1 to Spurs. 2-1 to Spurs. 2-1. 2-1 to Spurs. That's my prediction. So if you guys have predictions, make them right now. And, you know, we will move on to the next one. We got a couple more games to talk about. It's been 2 hours and we got things to do. So we have okay. All right. So we have Ryan LFC saying 2-2 in this game, a 2-2 draw. And then we have LFC Toronto with a Ryan LFC, you know, display pick saying 3-1. Okay. Okay. I don't know who that is, but yeah, you got some shine there. I don't know who that is, but watch yourself. Watch yourself. JaVale Horror saying 1-1, 2 boring teams. What else we got here? Dane Richards saying sorry, but 4-1 to Spurs. Sorry, Arsenal, but 4-1 to Spurs. Jose doesn't lose to Arsenal. And if you guys want to know Jose's record against Arsenal, he have only lost twice. 12 games, 12 wins, 8 draws, and 2 losses. 12 wins, 8 draws, and 2 losses. 22 matches, 2 points per game. Very good record against Arsenal. While for Mikel Arteta, 0 points per game. 0 points. You know what I mean? So that is something to consider. Spurs will pick up a rare win. It could end in a draw, but I'm going to be decisive here and say Spurs to win the game. What else we got here? Let me see. Thriller is saying Haaland right now makes the cut. Yeah, but Haaland is definitely playing like a world-class player right now. I'm telling you. Definitely. So Antoine Eugene is saying, well, Tottenham has a better squad. Spurs front four will be too much for Arsenal. Just like Dane Richards said, Mourinho never lose to Arsenal. Yeah, he has 2 losses, but I get the point. So we got JaVale Harris saying Harry Kane has as much trophies as me, and I'm not even a professional. Listen, man. Listen. That is fire. That is fire. I don't know where you got that one from, but that was good. That was very good. You know, that was very, very good. So, what else we got in terms of predictions? Gervais says Arsenal have no world-class players. Easy skip. Yeah, they kind of, you know, yeah. Barat Boutia is saying 3-1 to Spurs. Robert Pavkovich says, yo, Dom, did Chris Wilder get sacked? Because if so, that is so undeserved. Yeah, there's been reports that he's about to part ways with Sheffield. Thriller from Manila says, I'm nervous as hell. This is the only one fixture I get nervous about. Yeah, I think you should be nervous about this. You guys will lose. Sorry, Thriller. You know I love you, but I gotta, predict your team to lose here. So, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. Oh, man. Let me see what else we got here in terms of predictions. I think that will be it. But those are some good comments, solid comments you guys left there in the chat. Appreciate every single one of them. Big up to the boy Davis. He says a 4-1 to Spurs. Yeah, Tottenham are going to run away with this. I don't know if it would be by a 4-1 margin, but I think they're going to win the game. They have been playing some good football, though. They have been playing some good football. So, yeah. Okay. So, we're going to move right on. So, good luck to both Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspur. And they're both in need of points. But I think Jose Mourinho has a point to prove here. And I expect Harry Kane to... This guy, Harry Kane, man, you know, he didn't show up against Man City in the last game he played against City. But still, against everybody else, man, he's doing the damn thing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's eating. I need to get in contact with him and actually ask him what he's eating. I need some of that. So, guys, we got 2 more games to talk about. Fulham versus City and Wolves versus Liverpool. Let's talk about Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Liverpool right about now. And you guys are going to get to hear what I really think. Earlier this season, Liverpool smashed Wolves to bits and pieces. Smithereens, 4-0. I could remember that game like it was yesterday. That was one of Liverpool's most impressive performances of the season, where we had goals from Salah, Jorginho Wijnaldum, Joel Matip, and an own goal by Nelson Semedo. So in this match, you would see Diego Jota come up against his old team, Wolves. Wait. Did I say Liverpool versus Wolves? Nah, I meant Liverpool versus Portugal. Sorry for everybody who's watching this right now. Listen, Liverpool versus Portugal. It's a big one. Liverpool versus an entire national team. You know what I'm saying? Imagine Wolves coming up against Shakhtar Donetsk. Ooh. Damn. And what if there's like a Portuguese referee in there too? Oh, God damn. Both managers of those teams are Portuguese too, you know. Last time I checked, Shakhtar still had the same Portuguese manager, right? Crazy. But not to get too off topic there. Liverpool versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Liverpool. Let's talk about Liverpool, man. Look, I don't plan to stay forever talking about Liverpool right about now. But let's talk about Liverpool. Where are they in the table? I can't even find them. I was looking at the top. But they're not at the top. God damn, where? Oh, they're right there. Around, okay, almost halfway. They're right there, 8th. Shoots, I wasn't expecting to see that. But this would be a road game for Liverpool, where before their away record was very, very, very suspect. But it seems like they are benefiting from their recent away form, which has been a lot better than it was early on in the season. Because we know Liverpool's Anfield form was spectacular, unblemished, impregnable at Anfield. But lately, I don't know what happened. They lost 6 on the bounce, which is very, very preposterous to think of. They lost 6 on the bounce at home. Okay, in Liverpool's last 5 games, they have only won a single game. And that win came against Sheffield. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should be getting, having a party winning against Sheffield. You see what I mean? So Liverpool got problems. They got problems. But if we judge Liverpool from the Champions League match they played against Leipzig, maybe you'll say, okay, seems like things are, they getting their act together again. But I don't know if the Champions League, they're playing better than in the Premier League, where it's a total different competition, where there's a light at the end of the tunnel, whilst in the Premier League, your tighter defense have been shocking. And you're like, yeah, we can't win. Top 4 looks a little beyond us right about now. So the Champions League, yeah, we could win this. Yeah. You see what I mean? So maybe that's what's going on with the players. So you're coming to play against a Wolves team who have been pretty decent lately. They do have 2 wins, but in the last 5, but the last 3 games they didn't win. And there's a loss in there as well. And not because that loss came against City, it is still a loss. You see what I mean? But before that, they were on a very, very, very, very good run, where their last loss came in January 30th against Palace. But for the entirety of February, they were very, very good. I don't think, Wolves did not lose a single game in February. So you got to be very, very careful of this team. Oh! You see what I'm saying? Got to be very, very careful. When the Wolves come out to play, you better hide. But without Raul Jimenez, and I've been saying this all season, they have been a little short on goals, and very short on goals. Not a little, very short on goals. And their style of play have changed a bit with the likes of Willian Jose and Fabio Silva not really, they're not that good up top for Wolves. Let's be real. They obviously, Wolves broke the record to bring in Fabio Silva, and Willian Jose was doing the business at Real Sociedad. But the Portuguese league, or the Portuguese youth league, and La Liga are not the Premier League. So they're gonna come to the Premier League and they're gonna struggle. Liverpool, with Jota back fit, they've been playing better. What Klopp could do here is not experiment too much. I think against Fulham, it was just disrespectful what he did there. 7 changes. It was total disrespect, and he got punished. I think a more balanced 11 should be played here against Wolves. Trent. Liverpool did play in the middle of the week, but still, that's Wednesday. And this game is going to be on, when is this? Monday. So I will be going live just after this game, by the way. On Monday, after this game, I will be live and direct. I know a lot of Liverpool channels will be live too, but doesn't matter. I will be live too. So we'll be back to talk about this game. So Liverpool have from what? Wednesday to Monday. A lot of time to rest, a lot of time to prepare for Wolverhampton Wanderers. For Wolves, position in the table. Not like the last 2 seasons where they came back to the Premier League, but Wolves 12th, 35 points. They have survived. I think 10 games to go, Wolves will be a Premier League team again next. I mean, Portugal will be a Premier League team next season. And this game against Liverpool is a tricky one, because even though Liverpool are not playing well in the league, like I was saying, if Klopp plays a more settled 11, play Trent Alexander-Arnold, Alisson in goal, Robertson, Phillips, Kabak. You play Thiago, who did play well against Leipzig. I ain't going to lie, he played well against Leipzig. Fabinho, Wijnaldum or Curtis Jones, whoever you want to put in there. Salah, Mane, Jota. Firmino, who I've heard through the grapevine that he's injured. I didn't know before the Leipzig game that he was injured, but he wasn't in the squad. Maybe he makes the bench. But there's the likes of Origi on the bench, who probably built up some confidence from his assist in the Leipzig game, and there are other players on the bench. Liverpool does not have the best bench, to be honest. So Klopp would want to actually put out the best 11 on the field and not try to put out a rotated 11 and strengthen his bench. You see what I'm saying? Because it doesn't really work. It didn't work against Fulham when he tried to bring on the players off the bench. It didn't work. So I think that's the key to beating Wolves here. Play a more balanced 11, not Fabinho at centre back, or some of the Wijnaldum if you want to do that, or Milner at right back. Don't do anything like that, Jurgen. It would be it would be at your own detriment, in my opinion. So Wolves have been playing some quality football in patches. Not the most impressive season, but Liverpool would have to be wary of Adama Traore, of course, with his pace, getting in behind of their high line that they keep and they play a lot of times. And they would have to be very, very careful of Pedro Neto. So look for Adama and Neto trying to exploit Liverpool with their pace. And if you have Kabak and Nat Phillips at the back, who are not the quickest, they could get caught out. Trent, who is not the quickest, could get caught out. You see what I'm saying? So Fabinho, I think, would be a very, very busy man in this game here. Jota coming up against his old team, I think he has been playing well since he returned from injury. And I expect to see him play well again. Okay? So with that being said, my prediction for this one is Liverpool 2, Portugal 1. I see Liverpool winning this one. This is an away game. The home form, they would be glad that they're playing away from home where there's no fans. I know Liverpool fans always say, 12th man Anfield and everything. But since that 4-year run without a loss in 68 games, it's kind of strange that you have lost 6 in a row, That has never happened in the history of Liverpool Football Club under no manager. So Klopp has broken some good records, and he's also set some very bad ones. So it could be a saving grace that Liverpool are playing on the road this time around. So game at Molineux, Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Connor Cody coming up against the team he supports, Liverpool. He would need to put that aside, and he would need to play his heart out. His heart out. He only have one heart. Wolves will need to play their hearts out if they are to win. Would we see a Wolves win? You never know. You never know. When was the last time Wolves defeated Liverpool? It was the 3rd round of the FA Cup back in 2019, and before that, the 4th round of the FA Cup back in 2017. So they have had FA Cup wins over Liverpool, but in terms of the Premier League, though, they picked up a 1-0 win back in 2010. That was the last time they defeated Liverpool, and that win came at Anfield. Their last win at home in the Premier League, though, you gotta go back to 1981-82, where they defeated Liverpool 1-0 at home. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. So just a little history for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like to give you guys the value, let you guys know what's going on. So in 6 games against Liverpool, Nuno has only 1 win and 5 L's. And Klopp do have 2 losses against Wolves, and those came in those FA Cup losses. And he have only lost once against Nuno Espirito Santo. So expect Salah and Mane and Jota to do their thing. Liverpool do need to be a lot more clinical and a lot more sharper in front of goal. And I think they would be all right. I would think they would be all right. And top 4, out of sight, maybe not. Maybe not. But Liverpool has to keep on winning if they want to get top 4. You can't keep dropping points and have aspirations of getting to the Champions League via the league, But as we know, Liverpool are in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and I think that's what they're playing for this season. They don't want to go empty-handed. There's been a lot of talk that Liverpool, could go on to win the big airs. You know what I mean? 7. 7 Liverpool fans, are you talking about 7th heaven here? And I'm not talking about Aston Villa. I'm talking about 7 Champions League titles in a row. And I'm not talking about the 7 you give Crystal Palace. I'm talking about 7 Champions League titles. Is that a thing? Let me know in the comments if you think Liverpool would actually win the Champions League this season, by the way. So what's your prediction for this one? I'm going for a 2-1 win for Liverpool over Nuno's Portugal Wolves. All right, let me see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Big up to LF Gaming in the house. What we got? What we got? So, guys, if you have predictions, drop him now. Big up to Martin Kolev. I love that. Martin, that's one of my old, from one of my old videos, one of the first videos. So Double O is saying Wolves to violate 3-0. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. So AD is saying, I don't think Liverpool wins the Champions League. Thank you very much for that. So Thriller is saying, Liverpool fans, please don't fall into the same trap as Stretford Paddock and say number 7 is coming. It backfired on them. I think that has already started, If Liverpool can't even beat Chelsea in the Prem, how will they beat Bayern or even City in the Champions League, right? Yeah. Mr. Smith is saying 3-0 to Wolves here. Okay. All right. And also saying defense isn't the problem for Liverpool because with Van Dijk and Gomez, they lose 7-2 and struggle 4-0 against Leeds. Something is wrong with LFC. Man, I don't even know. Look. There's been so much trolling. I don't even know who's making these comments though. Some of y'all comments are not even, deserve to be read out, to be honest. Because there's so much trolling. Like, you drop the same comment twice. Like, stop doing that, please. Moderators, please clean up the comment section if you notice some people are bugging out. Thank you very much. Only need to make a comment once. Thank you. Unless I don't see it genuinely, but not make it there and then make it there. Come on, stop it. Just quit it. So Adam the Great is saying, I say 2-1 to Wolves. Although LFC play good away, that doesn't mean they will win against Wolves. I can see a win for them, but it won't happen. I think Wolves will want to win to get to the mid-table. Thank you very much. And Gervais saying, Everton previously never beat Liverpool in 21 years. Look what happened to Liverpool. We'll make history again by stating their claim of being the worst champions in Premier League history. The Liverpool fans don't like that. They don't like that. And let's see how this one goes. Let's see how it goes. Let me see what else we got here. Look at this. Look at how many times this guy made that one comment. You see this Gerald Ron Smith? If you continue with that, you're getting blocked for life. Just want to let you know that. Stop it. It's unnecessary. Okay? Please do. So, AD is saying, I think the worst champion defense in the EPL is Chelsea. Yeah, Leicester didn't have a good one as well. So Davis is saying, remember the year when City won the Premier League? We beat them twice in the Champions League. Yeah, I know. I know you guys are trying to align all the stars, you know what I mean? You guys are trying to align all the stars. You guys are, we're gonna... Look, you guys could win it. Anybody could win the Champions League. When you know how to do something, let me make this clear. When you know how to do something and you're put in the position to do so again, you could more than likely pull it off. But for PSG, a Man City never won it, it's a bit difficult. You're in a position where you have never been in. It's like being out of space on another planet and you're like, I don't know what to expect. You see? So that is what some people don't consider when they talk about Man City and PSG winning the Champions League. They don't consider, maybe it's just not the right time. Maybe it's just not that the team is not good enough. You might look at the team and say, yeah, it's good. Maybe it's not the right balance. You might have Mbappe and Neymar and still lose, you see? You might have Kevin De Bruyne, Sterling, Aguero, everybody, and still lose to Lyon. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. So we need to just chill and just take it how it is. Let's take it how it is, man. Thriller says Leicester won the league. The next season came in 12th. But the thing is, that is Leicester City, though. What else did we expect from Leicester? They won the league, and nobody expected that to happen. So what do we expect? For them to go and win the league again? No, it was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Who knows? Maybe they could win the league again in the future. But it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely with the likes of Man City and Chelsea and Liverpool and, Tottenham and all of these teams united to just disrupt that charge. And the weaker teams down at the bottom of the table to pick up that odd win. You see? So I'm going to go for Liverpool to beat Wolves, and we will move on to the final match for today's video. Fulham versus Manchester City. So Fulham, they're 18th, 26 points, level on points as Brighton. And we know Fulham has a lot to play for here. They got a lot to play for. A lot is at stake. A Premier League place next season is at stake. That's what you're playing for. For Manchester City, top of the table, 14 points ahead of United, coming off of a big 5-2 win over Southampton. The 2 is kind of worrying, conceding goals there. Lately you've been conceding goals. 4 goals in the last 2 matches 5 scored. So you see there, like, we need to get our act together as well. But then again, Stones Diaz wasn't together. It was Laporte and Diaz. I think, as I said earlier, Laporte got to step his game up. And Southampton, you know, we know what they're capable of doing. We do know what they're not Southampton. Fulham. What did I don't know why I clicked the wrong thing and saw Southampton, but I'm like, God damn. Fulham are capable of, you know, doing the business. So look, Fulham coming off of a win against Liverpool. Do you believe that? Do you guys believe that? By the show of hands, who believes that? So Fulham won, Liverpool 0. That was a big win. Mario Lemina with the goal there. Fulham played well against Tottenham. They're playing well against the bigger teams, you know. They're playing very, very good football against the bigger teams. They beat Everton 2-0. 0-0 with West Ham. They did lose to Leicester City. But they've had some good results in 2021, man. They did lose to United, but the results have been good. They did lose to Chelsea too. But due to Tottenham earlier, they have been very, very good in 2021. They have picked up a lot of draws too in 2021. So in 2021, Fulham have picked up how many draws? 0-0 versus Brighton, 1-1 versus Newcastle, 0-0. Well, no, that is 2020. What am I saying? 2021, 1-1 versus Fulham versus Tottenham. I'm losing it right now. 1-1 versus Tottenham, and they have a 0-0 versus Brighton, 2-2 versus West Brom. They have a 0-0 versus West Ham, 1-1 versus Burnley, and a 0-0 versus Crystal Palace. So that's 5. That is 5 to go with numerous wins against Liverpool, Sheffield United, Everton, just to name a few. It has been a good year. It has been a very, very, very solid year for Scott Parker and Fulham. And we thought they were doomed. They might be doomed in this game against Man City, though. I ain't going to lie. First game this season, 2-0 win for City. Fulham have not picked up a win in the last 10 games dating all the way back to 2012 against Man City. And I say a win. They have not even picked up a draw. And during that period, Fulham has only scored 3 goals in 10 games. This is ridiculous. 3 goals. Wow. The last time Fulham picked up a win over City, and maybe I'm just jinxing City right now because, you know, the last time they beat City was in 2009. 3-1 on the road. 3-1 on the road, and it's like, okay. Wow. It's a long time. That's 12 years. That is 12 years. A draw. The last draw came in 2011. Fulham were at home, a 2-2 draw. So who knows what they could muster up in this game. As I said, they have been playing some solid football with the likes of Josh Marger, who came in January. Ademola Lookman has been bright. Decordova Reed, the Jamaican international, have looked good. Harrison Reed have been playing some good football. And I think Scott Parker got the boys playing well. You see what I'm saying? Well. Mario Lemina, Ola Aina. There's an African brigade over there as well. They've been playing some good football. Alphonse Areola, who is, you know, Filipino. Big up to Alphonse Areola. Big up to the boy Thriller from Manila as well. And they have put together some really, really good results, man. Really good results. There's Anthony Robinson, the American international. He got the pace. They might want to use him. And it could be a tricky fixture, you know. But I think the way Man City have been playing, you know, with the exception of the blip against Man United, it's going to be very, very difficult for Fulham to get something here. And if you guys don't know what I'm saying, just watch the City matches. Some of you guys probably don't even watch Man City play and want to make judgments. But Man City has the ball most of the game. They just control the game. passing the ball around, tiring teams out. Imagine chasing the ball around the playground all day. You see what I'm saying? And I think we're going to pick off Fulham. We're going to pick off Fulham here. Mahrez has been in ridiculous form. Maybe Sterling will come back for this game. We did play in the middle of the week against Southampton, so there will be rotation. Pep has been making a minimum of five changes every single game. So I don't need to talk about this game for a very, very, very long time. I'm not gonna underestimate Fulham, but I think even though they've been playing some very good football, they're gonna get picked off. It might be a situation where City could be in an uncomfortable position playing on the road at a smaller ground and all, so that could be a thing. But without the lack of fans, then Fulham won't be able to use that at their advantage as well. So it's like not like Man City never played there, but that's also something to consider. My prediction for this one, Pep Guardiola and City to... Where did I make the prediction for this? 3-1. We've been conceding goals. There's been mistakes creeping into our game. Guys like Zinchenko and Laporte making mistakes. Gabriel Jesus making mistakes. I would actually love to see Aguero start this match. I would love to see Aguero start the game. I think Zinchenko should drop to the bench. I think he had a decent game against Southampton, but I would like to see Cancelo back here. Walker, Cancelo. I have a feeling it might actually be Cancelo Mendy. Pep does things like that. The fact that he brought Mendy on in the last game, it might be Cancelo Mendy, and Stones and Diaz at the back. Rodri will come back in for sure. It might be Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne in the middle with Mahrez. And who knows, I think he might actually start Ferran Torres to the center. You never know. It might be Mahrez, Ferran Torres, and Sterling. You never know. It could be Foden. It's very difficult to predict Pep Guardiola teams. Bernardo, it is hard. It is very, very hard, man. It is hard like an, algebraic equation. Very difficult. Calculus here. Calculus. So Doug with the tidbits here say looking like Neil Lennon is gonna take charge of Sheffield going into next season, according to reports. And Neil Lennon is the former boss of Celtic, right? Ooh. So JaVale Harris saying we are looking at centre backs this year, and I'm hearing about Hakimi from Inter right wing back. Don't know if he's don't know if we need him, but depth is always good. Javate, what team do you support again, Javate? You a City fan? Can't remember that. Doug Rizio Romano. Yeah, Doug always with the facts, man. Doug always with the facts. Dominic, I want to see Ferran Torres. Yeah, Torres was not that good in the last game, though. He had a sitter to put away, and he totally screwed up, so he needs to get his confidence up, though. I think it's a confidence problem. Pep needs to be very, very careful with these young Spanish players because they've been, very, very, volatile in terms of they're being sentimental, you see. So Thriller is saying this game will be like a McLaren P1 racing a Ford Focus Fulham in a quarter-mile track. Yep. I think we'll handle business. Look, if Fulham manages to get a result from this, a draw, or even an unlikely win, kudos to them. They would have played well enough to deserve it. They could get a draw, and draw won't hurt City at all because they have the cushion ahead of United and the other teams. But I think it's going to be business as usual here. I think it is. So that's my thoughts. That's my predictions for match week 28. I had to make some revisions, though, and I have to make more revisions because I think I screwed up some things, in terms of some thumbnails and stuff. I think I have to go back and look over. I messed up. I think I put the wrong thumbnail and, I don't know. But it's been real. What do you guys think about this game? Anything else to add? Oh, you're a Chelsea fan. Oh. Yeah, I don't think you need another one, man. I don't think you need another right wing back. I don't think you need Hakimi. We have Adam the Great saying 3-1 to City. And what else we got? 2-2 draw. Michael Olapido. Ooh. Ashraf Hakimi is linked back to Real Madrid according to reports. That'll be weird. You know, West Ham put $100 million price tag on Declan Rice. But why would I buy that if I can just buy Rice for about £8? Gervais, man, with the heat today. Gervais with the heat. Gervais with the heat, man. Legend Suite 4-0 to 4-0 for Man City. Who else making predictions here? Who else making predictions? So, Sam Mukosha is saying 4-1 to Liverpool. We have Martin Kolev saying 4-2. Mahrez, Bernardo Foden. Mahrez twice again. Yeah, I think we might concede a goal here, but we will win the game. So, guys, that'll be it. 2 hours, 40 minutes. Got up early. Got some things to do between now and the next 2.5 hours before I, have to drop my wife to work. But, this is a weekly thing that I have to do. Regardless to if, I'm tired or I'm not tired, I got to pop up and do this. We'll be live again sometime over the weekend. And most likely, definitely Monday. The live stream is scheduled for Monday already. So we'll be live on Monday to do the roundup. Hopefully we have some good fixtures to talk about. Good results to talk about, I should say. But there will be content coming in between now and Monday in all, different shapes and forms. Okay? So Legend Suite saying you're doing FIFA. Yeah, if I can, we'll be live again tonight. I was live last night with doing the FIFA for like an hour and a half. So thanks to everybody who turned out to watch that one, and should be live again tonight. I'm always working. Thriller is saying keep putting out them YouTube shorts. Those are really fun to watch and concise. That's what I'm talking about, man. That is what I'm talking about. Yeah. And when I actually take the time to just edit them, it doesn't take a long time. And just cut them, and they're pretty good. They're pretty good. It's fun. I could see why TikTok is a hit. It's fun, man. So this is just me just getting in, don't want to be behind when everybody and their mama start doing YouTube shorts. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing it. No. I want to be one of the first football YouTubers, creators to actually do that and do it well. You see what I'm saying? So thanks again to everybody who joined the live stream today. Hello to all the new subscribers. We have had a bump in subscribers this month because of very successful video I have on the channel, CONCACAF video. And big up to everybody who subscribed. There will be a lot of World Cup qualifying content coming. And I'll just keep dropping that flame, man. I bring the flame. It wasn't a big crowd today, but it was a good crowd. Remember that. And just take the time to give yourself a round of applause. You did well. And I think I did fairly well today as well. So big up to the boy Davis, man. Dave, thanks, man. Thanks, Mr. Davis. Enjoy work. Stay out of trouble. This is my co-worker, by the way, guys. This is the only co-worker know about what I do. Don't keep it on a low, Mr. Davis. Keep it on a hush, okay? You know how they are. You don't want people to know your business, okay? See what I'm saying? So, guys, that'll be it. Got some things to brush up on and got some things to finish up. So, thank you very much for coming through again. And thanks for everybody who dropped comments today. Don't forget to like the video. How many likes did we get today? 54. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. So, thanks again from your boy Dominic Rich. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.